Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Did I oh, let me go in my comment section. Hold on. I got one of those too. Oh. But I will not be holding it up. Make America great again. I do want to say Tommy Stiggs has a channel. Can you believe this moron said do not mention his channel on our channel? I'm now mentioning his channel. Hashtag Tommy Stiggs. He has a channel. So now everybody knows Tommy. The secret's out. Hey, Heidi, Linda, Carol. Who else is in here, Joe? Give a roll call.
There's Tommy Stiggs, Carol, Linda, Heidi, Carol, Linda, NB Bay 8th, Linda. How's everyone doing? So wait a minute now. He told you not to mention the channel?
Yeah, he said don't mention his channel. He does not want people mentioning his channel on their channel.
Then I guess what we're going to have to do is maybe we could do it like every 2 minutes we'll mention his channel that we're on, or should we do every 1 minute?
I would say like that's a little too much because I think really his head will get big with that. The way he's a little nuts. So let's do it like, by the way, this guy, Tommy Stiggs, he's got a channel. He wears a sweatshirt around his town. Do you realize that he goes out in a sweatshirt that says subscribe to Tommy Stiggs on YouTube? Like he goes out in public like this. He wears a sweatshirt with his own name on it.
I don't know if
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. He's like, I don't want anybody to know I have a channel. Nobody should know. It's a secret, guys. Like some kind of Dakota ring secret. Hey, Heidi. Oh, there he is again. This guy has a channel, guys. Tommy Stiggs on YouTube has a channel. And he tried to use our copyrighted ding ding.
He's all right. He could use it.
Yeah. I took he was doing this live, but the sun was going down. No, the sun was coming up. It was a sunset live over the Hudson. And he's like, people in my chat, please take screenshots for me. I took a screenshot and then I took his screenshot and used it as one of our thumbnails. It was so nice.
Very nice. Anybody that wants to use ding ding, so DING space DING FUPM. That's what you're going to have to say. You're going to have to say DING FUPM. Well, I'm going to be saying FUPM. I'm sorry. You know what that means? Fuck you, pay me. So, yes, say it all you want. Maybe we'll make up t-shirts. We'll make a line of panties. Oh, that would be bras. Ding,
don't tell.
Oh, my God. Look at this.
Don't tell people.
Don't worry about it. I already got that on lock, that trademark.
I know. We know what's going on. Just like there was another creator who had this logo and I copyrighted it. And then they made merch out of it. And then my little people sent a little cease and desist to their people. And any royalties from their merch goes in my pocket. Troll Army LLC took over that one. Hey, Andrea Fattel, what's up?
I wonder if I'm going to get blowback. What's up, Andrea? If I'm going to get blowback. What's up, Adam? From Carl Weathers, a.k.a. Apollo Creed.
Maybe they'll mention you. What's up, Delstrain? Ding dong means wow, so hot and sexy. Well, good thing we're saying ding ding, not ding dong.
My mom, so I tell her, I'm like, yeah, so the whole ding ding thing, I was explaining it to her yesterday. She's like, ding ding. Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed said that when he was boxing Rocky. I'm like, yeah, Mom, that's where I got it. Yes, he's a genius.
Well, they're elderly.
Last night's show was. Let me tell you something. I'm my biggest critic, and I have some issues I have to work out. But
Okay, the number one issue, and we want to apologize to everybody right now, Joe, something's going on with his router. He's got a technician coming to get it fixed. So we apologize if it seems like he was talking over people or responding late in the beginning. He's working on that issue. So we do apologize to anybody who thinks that Joe was like maybe ignoring the other people on panel or speaking over them. That's truly is a router issue at the moment that he's working on getting fixed.
right. So anybody that has Spectrum cable, I found out when I spoke with them yesterday that the highest speed internet you could get is 1 gig. So right now I'm paying for 500 megabytes per second. So the person that I'm talking to at Tech told me something that I thought was really cool. And if you have Spectrum, what you do is you go www.spectrum.com/speed test. It'll bring you to their website and you hit go. It will test the speed of your internet service. So I'm paying for 500 megabytes per second. My shit is at like 80 megabytes per second. 350 or higher is, and you could go higher than that. But yeah. So this is the issue I have, and we're going to get it resolved, I hope.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I'll have to retire.
Well, we ain't retiring. You just started. So therefore, anyway, that's it. And besides that, the show's a work in progress. You're just starting it out. You guys are going to work out the little kinks. I thought it went great. I thought it was a good show. Oh, I watched 2 other shows that covered that boxing match today. The only thing that I saw on another show that I would like to see on yours is we could hear the match in the background.
Hold on a minute.
Jesus Christ. Really? And look at his fucking avatar. Well, there he goes. I'm kicking him out. Never mind. I kicked myself out. He's not wanted no more. He's going to do this crap. He's supposed to be a partner, and then he just gets a phone call and leaves. So anyway, now if anybody would like to be the new co-host with NB Productions, please let me know. You can email me, and I'm taking applications because he's about to be fired. What's up, Chris Toro? How are you? How you doing, everybody? Ding, ding, mother effers. Joe, it's because so many different. That's what I would think. Like Saturday night must be busy for people on the internet in the area, but he really should be not having this issue. Especially if like you're paying for internet and let's say you really need the internet for your job and you can't work. I don't know. Long story short. So did I mention that Tommy Stiggs has a channel? He does. There's a guy in chat. Tommy Stiggs. Who has a channel? Tony, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to chat. So, Joy, what's up? Thank you, SPL, for subscribing. Let me see this. Oh, that's a cute little dog you have on there, SPL. I like your puppy. It's cute. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Thank you for subscribing. Please hit the notification bell. That dog is adorable. I just blew it up, SPL. I like his little bandana around his neck. That's so adorable. So, Jesse's here. PLB. What is that? Ralphie, make sure you drop your link in chat. You're welcome. So, I did watch like Joe's boxing show. So I watched 2 other boxing shows today to see what they did. You know, people who are covering the same fight. One of them, I don't know how they got like 3,000 views on it. They must have been buying their views because I couldn't even understand what they were saying. But the other one, they had like the match playing in the background, and you could actually like hear it, which I enjoyed that more because I don't get Showtime, so I didn't even watch the boxing match, and I wasn't going to order the match. It wasn't that important to me, to be honest. You could say ding, but you can't say ding, 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 ding. Here he comes. I'm going to remove him right away because he freaking did this shit. He doesn't even realize. He's sitting in the back. What a moron. See that, guys? I kicked him right out. That's what happens when he makes me wait.
What's up?
You done with the interruptions?
Yep. Well, yeah, and I had a tea in the microwave, so that was the biggest interruption.
I don't believe you.
I'm having chai right now. Jeez. Yes. And my phone was ringing, so I had to answer my phone. Should I not answer my phone when it rings?
You're lucky my avatar's on because the dirty look I'm giving you.
It's my house phone, though. That's what rang. In my cell phone, that I could push a button on, but, you know, I got to...
Anyway, get to the point.
There is no point.
All right. Well, you know, not nip this behavior in the bud when we're live. I told you don't have any stupid interruptions.
How could I prevent who calls my house?
Turn the ringer off.
Seriously? Okay.
Enough.
Yeah, you're right. I'll turn the ringer off. Yeah.
What's up, Mike John?
So, Mike John, so this brings me, I'm glad you said that because...
Joy's in chat. Did you say hi to Joy? She came in to say hi to you.
I didn't see Joy. Hi, Joy. How are you?
I'm going to drop her channel. Everybody check out her channel.
I got something in the mail a couple of days ago, and it's like, Joseph Mascola, you know, it gave me a breakdown of my cable bill, my cell phone, everything, my internet. So I'm paying like around $300 a month for 5 boxes and the internet service or whatever. They just sent me something saying that starting March 10th or whatever it was. Hi, Joy. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're doing okay. That my bill that is now $300 a month is going up to $380. So right away, I'm like, between the internet service and this and that, I'm switching to Verizon. And Mike John says he has Verizon and it stinks. So maybe I got to look further into that, I guess.
I'm going to tell you what I did, okay? So what I did was I called because they did that to me. So I'm like, screw this. I'm going to call and lower my plan. I don't even really use the TV. I don't watch the TV that much, like a couple of shows here and there. But my kid uses a Fire Stick. She's got a box in her room. Cletus, relax. Is he putting like what's he doing? Money. Yeah. So I lowered the plan, but they said that they were running new promotions in March to call back. So I called back. So call them and see if there's any new promotions you can get on.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the next thing. But I would love for this guy to come and see what's wrong because I've been having this problem for a while.
But it's on and off. Like today it's fine. Today it's fine. You'll be good like for a couple days. And then when you need it the most is when it's going to screw up on you.
I'm in a different room now. I'm moving. Last night when I did the show, I was 3 feet away from my router.
I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you a solution, but you're not going to like my solution. So I'm not going to say it. Moving on.
Retire?
No.
Retire the mic?
You might want to retire if you heard my solution.
Well-
So anyway,
Go ahead. Hi, Assassinino.
I got rid of cable and went streaming much cheaper. Hey, Silo, what's up? And my brother Joe. And my brother Joe. What's up, Silo? Silo, you want to come up and hang out? You can. I'll drop the link for you. It's up to you, though. I'll put it in chat. It's up to you.
Don't
You might
put
be
it
on-
in the chat.
What, you going to send it to him?
No, I sent it to him already.
Oh.
Earlier. I sent it to him bright and early.
Well, I'm going to show everybody my nice hat, but then I'm going to turn off my camera because it's Sunday, and this is what my Sunday consists of. Shout out. What's my hat say?
Hashtag we push back in the house.
Cletus has a question for you.
Yes? Yes. Yes, Mr. Cletus, most definitely.
That's what I do.
Yep.
But so
I've tried everything known to man. The laptop that I'm on, she could tell you, Lauren will tell you, it's brand new.
well, yeah, less than a year old. We got it like over the summer, before the summer, April, May, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely less than a year old.
That shouldn't be an issue.
No, and you don't use it. Like you really just use it for YouTube.
Right. Like my porn and other stuff I do on another computer. But because that would screw you up. If you were going on those porn sites, forget about it. Pornhub, 4Tube, some of these guys now. Hey, Mr. Stinky. I'm getting a stare down from my little pooch. He's hungry. Dogs are always hungry. It's amazing. They never get full. Right, Milo? You never get full?
By a
He's always-
splitter. So she had a problem with her internet, and it was caused by a splitter.
Yeah, well, they're coming tomorrow. So at 11 o'clock.
What are you pointing at, though? You're like pointing behind you.
They're coming. I pointed that way because that's my door that you would come in.
Mm.
So he's the.
Good thing you got
why I was doing that is because he's coming in this way. If he doesn't give me the answers I like, he'll be leaving this way.
So enough about your Staten Island life. Let's move on.
Okay, so hi, Jesse. Yes, Jesse, I'm sitting in the dark like a hermit. Everything's disconnected. No can do. No. Everything in my house, my Amazon, Alexa, all that stuff, the signals are all very low. My smart TVs, yeah. My camera system, they tell me that it's not running at the right speed. So maybe it's a wire or something, But if I have 3 floors, why would they put the router upstairs?
Jesus, enough.
Located?
Jesus, did you hear me say enough? Like enough. Move on.
I'm answering Carol's question. When Carol speaks, you pipe down and listen, my friend.
All right. Well,
You already know that. So what else is going on? Anything new?
with me,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a whole show listening to you talk about trash.
Talking about something else.
Move on.
Yes. Move on. What would you like to talk about?
Well, not. I guess. I'm just
Not,
gonna
I
take-
guess, okay. A little more info I need.
What were you going to do a show on?
Weather.
The weekend
weather.
recap. The weekend
weather.
recap.
The
So
weather.
recap the show from last night.
The weather. Yeah. Yeah, so the show, it went pretty good. I mean, other than the technical things, I think it went okay. Um, to do one of these shows that we're looking to do, it's it has a lot of moving parts, and you're basically signing on to a job, because I know a lot about sports, but there's a lot I don't know about. And I find that I'm constantly writing things down and researching stuff. So it really, at the end of the day, yeah, it's great that you have a successful show, but there's a little bit of time and effort. And like I said, it's moving. There's a Yankees for life. What if there's a bunch of moving parts, especially when you have partners, you know? So the things that we're talking about doing, it's going to require a little bit of effort. So that's something that I really didn't even think about that when I came on. Thank
Well,
you,
it's
Edwin.
different than Edwin. It's different than I mean, these people who just click live to talk crap. There was a clip
Like us,
yesterday that I got sent, and this person was literally on their channel saying, I tried doing mob content, I tried true crime, I do banger interviews, but I don't make money. I drag Angel Gotti, the money comes rolling in. So why wouldn't I attack Angel Gotti? Why wouldn't I attack people? I'm a smart businessman. Attacking people is what gets me paid, not these shows with interviews and mob content and stuff like that. That's somebody with no integrity, because the money comes in because I'm bashing somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a show. But every single day to trash people, to turn on your friends, to stab them in the back, to drag a lady who is like everybody's like mother on here, or aunt, you know what I mean? Like, to drag her and slander her. I mean, you got stabbed in the back just for him to do a show to make some money.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna, well, I mean,
what?
Yeah, I mean, it's the person that, look, that model to me sounds very familiar. Okay, it sounds very familiar, like
Yes,
I've heard it a bunch of times. It's very familiar, if you catch my drift. And yeah, I mean, that's
at least they're admitting it, though. At least they admit it. Like, so this really, what we all say, you only you'll turn on anybody and drag anybody for the money, and you're admitting it. So every single person in that person's circle right now, you're disposable, because when his well is drying up and he needs a new target, it could be one of you guys. So remember that. Gunsmoke.
Don't even mention that name. Seriously. Why? That name, seriously, what's up, Mac?
Trigger warning?
No.
Are you afraid he's going to call you again and say bad words?
No, absolutely not.
Here comes Tony to save the day. Let's move on, because Tony's on and wasn't around for any of the drama. What's up, Tony?
We talked about this in depth. What's up, Tony? And he agrees with me that we want to stay away from the bullshit.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, if I feel like addressing something quickly, we could address it and move on too. It's going to happen sometimes.
Tony knows a lot about sports, and I know about sports, and Kane Shade knows about sports, and Jerry knows about sports. So we'll have enough content to do shows for the next 40 years if we wanted to do it. We don't have to.
But notice that. Look at the whole chat. Look at him. He's like, me, Jerry, Tony, Kane Shades. You four are going to have a very great show. Yeah, your show is going to be great. What's up, Silo?
I didn't know if you wanted to be mentioned.
We lost Lauren.
I lost her. So,
I'll be right back. I just got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. What's up, Tony?
Nothing much. I was just getting confused by this hour turnaround last night. This damn clock thing. I get confused every year.
Yes.
I was
And
sitting,
it threw me off too.
I was sitting down watching some videos just to see things, and I'm saying, and my girlfriend said, she goes, "It's 4:05 already." I says, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, wait a minute, daylight savings." So,
Yep.
you know, it is what it is.
Take a little adjusting for that.
Yeah.
So Mac has a question.
All right. What does it say
Who's
there?
winning next month, Garcia or Davis?
Davis.
I'm gonna go with Davis too.
Davis. He's a pit bull once it comes down to it.
Yep. Yeah, Bill. Jeez, Bill. Bill lost his pooch. That's crazy. Yankees,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
man. Yankees for life. They are starting with the injuries. Yep. As always.
I tell
They
you,
always
the baseball
injuries.
team got injuries already. All you do is watch the bottom of the sports center. Everybody's hurt. This guy's out for 3 months. This guy's out. They can't go dead on spot, full speed ahead when they get to spring training. And those are the guys who get hurt. The guys who play it smart and are laid back, they come out, have a shitty beginning of the season, and they gradually get into the groove.
Yep.
You out there 100 miles an hour when your body did nothing but vacation for 3-4 months.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate, all the injuries, but you have to factor that into a team as well, because there's so many teams that on paper they look great, but if the Yankees in 1998, 99, 2000, Jeter was not playing those years, he was hurt. I don't know if they win a championship, or if Bernie Williams. So
I doubt
that
it.
gets to the whole thing too. You know what I mean? Like, if
Hey, let
you
me ask
lose
you
a great player.
something I found, and I wrote them off and I haven't been following them. Excuse me. But it was up on a video this morning on Sports Center. Since LeBron went out injured, the Lakers went
Yeah.
from 3rd to 9th place.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
think they give him $45-50 million next year?
Oh, they're giving it to him.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Go for a younger star at this point, because you're going to be forced. You're going to be forced in 2 years to bring the kid in there. The kid is not in the top 40, 50.
Yep. He just got outplayed. So I guess there's this kid, I forget his name, this high school kid who didn't make the McDonald's All-American team. But his son did. Bronny made it. And they played a couple of games. Their high schools played.
Yeah,
And the dude that didn't make the team destroyed Bronny James. Not only did his team win the game, he
blowout.
scored like 28 points. LeBron James' son had 10. So, yeah, I think you're right. I don't even know if he's going to be a first-round pick.
If you really needed LeBron James, yes, he would. But LeBron James is going to be a year older, and this injury, he was on pace to have a great season, no doubt. This injury, this is the second or third time this year he's been hurt.
Yep.
This puts him out at least probably for the regular season. Okay?
Yep.
How many times can you keep taking a hit on the cap? You want to say they won a championship in the bubble. Okay, they won a championship in the bubble. I thought the bubble was entertaining for us as fans, but I don't think that was real basketball. Everybody have their own opinion on it. It was just something missing.
There was definitely something missing.
All right,
the fans. The fans play a role. Like you're playing in front of no one. It's a lot different.
100%. And then you take these Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul must be wanting to shoot himself in the ass. I mean, every time he gets some hope, either he gets hurt or somebody else gets hurt.
Yep.
There's a lot going on in sports right now.
Actually, before I forget, I have a good friend of mine in the YouTube streets. It's their birthday, so I want to wish them a happy birthday. I'm not going to mention who, but they'll know who I'm talking about. And make sure you guys please subscribe to the second channel. We're going to eventually, all the sports content will be over there. So
Yes,
please make
all the
sure you're
sports
subscribed to it.
And whoever you are out there, we can't say your name, but happy birthday and many more.
And many more.
No one.
Is it, Silo, is it warm where you're at? Is the weather warm?
Yeah, I think it's like 84 already.
Oh, nice.
It's hot.
Oh,
It's
I'm jealous.
you got the boats going right by.
Oh, is it like love bugs season?
No, the boats.
Oh, the boats. I thought you said the bugs.
I got boats right behind me. I have the boats.
Nice. Before we know it, it's spring here. So before we know it,
Yeah, it comes, it goes, you know.
yeah.
Nice for the cold weather for 2 days, and then I get the hell out of there again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going down south in a couple weeks. Can't wait. It's so much nicer just to be able to like be outside and not be like stuck inside because it's chilly out.
Yeah, no, it's like you can go out, put a t-shirt on, put, you know, anything you want on and just run out the door. You don't have to get dressed with 2 jackets, a shirt, none of that bullshit.
I mean, I have a kid. She's outside playing, riding her bike, going on her electric scooter when we're down south. She's outside the whole day. You know, here it's like she's like cooped up, you know?
Yeah, no, it's great when the kids, they can do whatever they want all the time. And I tell you the difference I've seen in kids down here and up north. And I don't make no hit of this because my kids were all born and raised there.
Yeah.
The kids down here are much more fit. Well, they look fit, you know, because they're always doing something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, it is funny when I go down there and it's like February and only like 72 degrees. They have jackets on.
Oh, listen, I fell into that pattern. It was 69 the other night. I'm sitting there with a shirt and a windbreaker on.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of years, that's cool to you now.
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it.
But that's about it, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing good about New York nowadays.
No, there's not. The rent's up. The weather stinks. I mean, we've had mild winters, but it's like, you know, it's dark early, it's cold, it's like ugh, I'm over it. But surely, sooner than later, we'll be able to get down south. What's the second channel? I think you are definitely subscribed to Sassy. You know, it's my old NB3. I just took everything off because we're over that NB clip channel BS, and Joe's gonna put all the sports on it, but I'll drop it to Sassy. You know, but I'm pretty sure you're subscribed. So anyway, what's on the lineup today? Who's playing basketball, Joe?
What? Today?
What games are you watching today? You always got some games that you're watching for the day.
Well,
What's
the
on your
Knicks are
lineup?
playing the Lakers tonight. The Knicks are playing the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
That's tonight. More importantly, though, the brackets come out for March Madness tonight. So that's going to be interesting. Yes, Yankees. The Jets are close to signing Rodgers. Please let it happen. Please. We're dying for this.
Not only are we Rodgers, if Rodgers comes, Beckham comes.
Yep.
And depending on who the Raiders get, the Raiders might rebuild and they may start unloading a few players, was on the news this morning.
Yeah, so we
A whole
we
different
talked
offense.
about it the other day. So if Rodgers comes to the Jets, it's just 2 first-round picks they have to give up?
Okay, no. Here's what it is. He's not a free agent. I was reading the Lamar Jackson deal because the Ravens have given Lamar Jackson to speak to 7 teams.
Right.
If a Jackson came, it's 2 picks. It would probably be a first and a player, or they would want 2 picks. It doesn't have to be 2 picks only because he's still under contract, technically.
Right.
I
hope they...
So he's a guy they could actually ask for a trade. What they're going to get, they'd probably be better off with picks because the Jets aren't going to give up anything big because this Lamar Jackson being given permission to speak to everybody opens up a whole nother can of worms. That hurts the Packers a lot in negotiations right now.
Yeah, I can't believe they're like pulling this stuff. I mean, Lamar Jackson's pretty darn good.
Listen, he is natural talent. He is Randall Cunningham times 2, but take Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb, Steve McNair. They ain't never won anything, Joe.
Right.
So, and maybe he just doesn't have it to get deeper into the playoffs. You have to do major adjustments in those games. So maybe this kid then got it, and they know that.
But here's the thing, right? So when you think about it, like if you say name one Dallas Cowboys receiver, if you could name one, I could name two, name one Cleveland Brown, one any team, name one Baltimore Ravens receiver.
Sammy Watkins?
That's my whole point. The
That's
whole
it.
point is he doesn't have any help. Devin Duvernay is another one. But these guys are not. I just don't think that they're surrounding him with the right players. Honestly, I mean, look at the Jets receivers. We got great receivers.
But let me ask you a question. You had 6 wide receivers last year that all left their team. Why didn't one of them say, I want to go to the Ravens and play with Lamar Jackson either? They have the money to spend. They spend money in Baltimore.
Well, you know why? Who knows if he's even going to be with them this year? I mean, would you bank on going to play with Lamar Jackson if he's being able, there's other teams courting him? That's, if they signed him long term, thank you, Carol. We love you, Carol. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. That maybe that is kind of, because they've been going on with this contract thing. This has been like a couple of years now. He's been looking for a deal.
2 years.
So, I mean, how would that affect it? If I was a top receiver and I knew he wasn't going to be there, you're going there for him. I mean, that could play into it as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, I think he's amazingly talented. I don't know if he's amazingly talented to get them to the next level to win a Super Bowl. If you had to pick tomorrow, Joe Burrows or Lamar Jackson, who are you taking?
I pick Lamar Jackson.
Joey Burrow.
I would pick Burrow. I mean, the guy's got an arm. Lamar Jackson really isn't accurate downfield. And that's a big problem today. Today is all long passing. And I just don't think he makes the game more exciting the way he runs around, but Burrow could lead a team. I don't know if Lamar Jackson can lead a team.
Seymour's done that. He agrees. I'll take Joe Burrow all day. I guess I was wrong. I just threw a name out there.
You're not wrong.
The
guy's got great talent. It's just that he doesn't have that leadership ability at the end. It's like to certain playoff spots, he's kind of lost.
Right.
But the two players, who's been in the NFL the longest?
Lamar Jackson's been there longer than Burrow.
Oh, okay. So you would think that he would have more like leadership and more experience, but the other one does. Okay.
Exactly. And, you got to take 4 or 5 quarterbacks that came after him. The kid in San Diego, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'd rather have him. Tua on a healthy day is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Tua is probably better than most. Yeah.
Right, but that's another pot shot. They just picked up his 5th-year option. But there's another guy. He's one hit away from being out of football, period. One more concussion, that's the end of the line for him, I think.
Is Tom Brady coming back this year, or is he's still retired? He keeps retiring and come back. What's Tom Brady doing? He's done?
I'm going to tell you what was going on down here. Tom Brady, when the Dolphins were thinking about Tua coming or going, was around a lot of buildings that the Dolphins have, business in. All of a sudden, he disappeared again because they picked up the contract for Tua. He might have gave it one shot down here because he just built a $28 million house down here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say he's gone.
I was down in Tampa for the Super Bowl when they won the Super Bowl that year. I actually went to it. I went to the first half of the Super Bowl that year, and then the Super Bowl parade. Tom Brady was smashed. It was hilarious. I seen him throw the trophy to the other boat. Hey, Jane Perry, how are you? But we ended up getting in because we had you got to know somebody to get tickets to get in there, or have lots of money. So
exactly. But
we
the
ended up getting in the first half. I had kids with us. We had kids. My daughter was a lot younger then, so it wasn't the right thing for her to be at that football game the whole time. But she had fun. It was a good experience for her to go.
No, and the NFL hit it out of the park by luck that they had the Super Bowl in Tampa because there was really no COVID restriction. There was restrictions, but not compared to the rest of the country.
No, exactly. And that's why we spent so much time down there during the pandemic, because how do they tell New York people that they're closing down the parks? They're closing down libraries, outside space. At least have the outside open for the kids. Like these kids that are in apartments, they had no place to go during that whole pandemic because they literally put like chains on the playground equipment so the kids couldn't play on it. Well, they took the swings down and stuff like that. That's, they had the gates locked up.
Now, if you went to Nassau, if you just, let's say you live in Little Neck area, all right? If you go over the border 5 miles, the county was a different world compared to the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
I went out there to see a friend of mine. He goes, let's take a walk to the beach. We were walking along the boardwalk in Long Beach.
Yeah.
But if you got to a certain point and you met at the Rockaways, forget about it. You had 20 cops there waiting to stop you.
Yep.
So it's another political thing that backfired down the road on Cuomo again. Cuomo and the mayor there, they screwed that up big time.
Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Yeah, well, at least it's like we're just about over it. Why did you leave their Super Bowl, NB? I left the Super Bowl because we knew somebody who got us whoever we got a bunch of security and stuff. So me and my friend went. We had kids with us. We had like 3 kids with us that were little, so it was time to go. And we just wanted to go in for a little bit. Whatever. So that's what happened.
So we have a question from the highly esteemed, my day one. His name is Yankees for Life. And the question is, do you think the Panthers pick the Alabama quarterback with the first pick? I think you're referring to Bryce Young. And yes. I think you do.
I'm going to say yes now. If you asked me 3 weeks ago, no. I think the kid from Georgia ruined the first pick. The defensive player could have had a shot, and then he got caught in a drunk driving accident. So until that's clarified, no. But he's going to go high, too. He'll go high.
They got the one kid from Florida, Anthony, I always get it confused with Anthony Hamilton, Anthony Richardson. Yeah. Runs like a 4.4. It's like unbelievable, like 220 pounds, just like a physical specimen. He ran, that was like the fastest QB time ever, I believe, 4.4.
I think so. I think that's what they said. Yeah. But you got to go. Bryce Young had a great season, and they play in a little bit of higher competition.
Yep.
But the Panthers need a quarterback.
I'm surprised the Panthers aren't getting in this Lamar Jackson little thing. He would fit good in that system, I think.
Is he one? I don't know if they're one of the 7 teams he could talk to.
The Panthers are one of the 7 teams.
They are?
Yes, probably because they got the first pick now.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You got to give up 2 number ones for him. So you'd get the Panthers pick, which is in the top 5, 6?
Yep.
And you'd get the number 1 pick overall now. So if you're Baltimore, you're coming out with the number 1 pick, and I think it's not in the top 5. I think it's maybe 8. So there's a lot there that you could do, but that shows where, look, nobody has really reached out for Lamar Jackson yet. They said the Raiders were interested.
Yeah, they still have a chance. Whatever they offer him, another team, Ravens can match that.
Right. It's called a non-exclusive tag.
Right.
But once
I
they
mean,
to talk to somebody else, the writing's kind of on the wall.
I'm looking at it like this though. You know, Mac Jones coming out of Alabama, going to New England, the number 15 pick. I don't know if I would take Bryce Young, but I guess you would want, you know, a QB is if you get a good Q. I mean, you have to have a quarterback, and you know they're always highly sought after. So, and also depends on who has the number one pick and their needs. You know, so
Well, I would say this. They built an offensive line because they had Christian McCaffrey. So they do have a good offensive line. So you're not going to get a young quarterback killed like not Derek Carr. When his brother came and was drafted by the Texans that time, that kid was sacked, I think, almost every other play, every 3 plays. All right. Randall Cunningham got destroyed when they had this Panther team has an offensive line in place. They have a real
right.
good offense. So you could protect a young kid a lot better than the other teams who took him. That was like when the Jets picked up who was it, Donaldson that time? I think that guy was getting smashed from every angle you could smash him.
Yeah.
You know, because we didn't have the line in place at that time. We just lost the Brickett. Ferguson just retired a couple of years, and the white center. So you were basically starting over again with the offensive line. So they have a place, so they can play with that a little bit.
How? Okay, so Assassinino. The stuff that I like to collect. First of all, Topps has different levels. Topps Chrome, like being the highest, but Donruss Optic is what I like. It's equivalent to Topps Chrome. The cards are put on a different type of card stock. They're you know, holographic cards, like let me hold up one up like this. If you could see, that's Bowman Chrome. The
I see it.
card is like chrome looking, the card. I don't know if you can see it that good, but yeah. So Bowman, Topps, and Donruss Optic, OPTIC.
Assassinino had left us a comment too, asking, and I think you should do like a little like half-hour card show and show people some of your cards and
Yeah.
the different levels and the different grades and stuff like that. And you're gonna have a bone to pick with Carr because she was going to hang out with her cousin today. He's like the same age as her. He's
Yes.
going to wrestling tonight, WWE. And she took some of your wrestling cards and brought them to him.
Okay.
What?
First of all, I need the kid's name and address because nobody takes one of Joey's cards. Okay.
She took like 3 packs,
I'll
and
put
not
the
only
name
that,
she's in trouble.
I gave her some of the plastic things. What are the plastic? What do we call them? The penny sleeves?
Yeah.
But the good ones. I gave her a bunch
Yep.
of those and told her when he opens them, he needs to put them in. So, and then she was going out with her dad, and her dad said, well, he's putting them in a binder. I said, I don't care if he puts them in a binder. He's got to put them in this plastic before he puts it in the binder. So she took some of them to give to him.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have a bone to pick with her.
Oh, Joey. Oh, Joey. I need a bat. Okay, you need a bat? Well, let me look into it. $500 bat. Oh, Joey. I need some clothes. Okay, like what? Lululemon. I'm looking at the prices of the stuff. They're like $100 for a pair of jeans that are not even going to fit her next year.
Leggings.
So, leggings, whatever it is. Like, it's always top shelf with her. And now she took my cards and gave them away? No, you don't
Sure
do
did.
that.
She sure did.
You do not. Assassinino, get my email information or Instagram, and I'll guide you in the right direction. I'll tell you where to get them, because that's another thing. It's like where you buying them and how much you're paying for them, because you bought them the chrome ones, then you're good. Yep. Chrome cards hold the highest value. And
Yeah, but when he opens them, you gotta put them in the plastic sleeves right away.
Correct.
Right away. And what do you call them? What do you call the sleeves? I have some. I'll show him.
Mini sleeve, top loaders, or one-touch magnetic card protectors. And but every card goes in a penny sleeve, no matter what.
Right.
And
Assassinino, this is a good brand right here. These are nice. And they're actually from Target. This is a good brand. They're nice and thick and sturdy. And they're from Target.
All right. This is a Devin Booker Excalibur orange camo rookie. Now that card I have in the one-touch magnetic case, which it's a magnet that it's a two-sided magnet, and you put the card in there, and it gives the magnet clamps it down and holds it. See, it goes like here.
Good. Hey Joe, I have a
Now,
question.
you use these. Sure.
What's the best time to buy? What's the best time of year to buy football cards? And what's the best time of year to buy a baseball card?
In Facebook, every time is the right time. No, okay, so what I like to do is this. I like to, well, first of all, you got to look at it this way, right? So if, like, okay, football season's over, right? So if I start buying football cards right now, I'm basically going to have to wait a year for those cards to go up in value. So what I like to do is I like to buy when that season is in play. So I would say the best time to buy cards is like right around the beginning, because like right now, if I bought a Trevor Lawrence rookie, right? So whatever his card is worth after the NFL season, I don't think it's going to go up any higher during the off season. Because what is he going to do during the off season that people, that are going to make his cards hot? Normally, it would have to be in season. Right. So me personally, some people might tell you, oh, it's better to buy it during the off season. But me, I like to buy the cards in season and speculate a little more. Like, all right, this guy's going to have a good year, and the cards will go up during the year of that player playing. So that's my theory. And the other thing is, you got to go to trade shows, and you got to get cards at auctions. I like to, honestly, I buy a lot off eBay. I find that they're willing to negotiate. You're going to get better prices getting them online, because if you go to like a brick and mortar store, they gotta cover the cost of the cards, plus they gotta pay rent for their building. So their margins, they're gonna have to have a higher margin on the card. Whereas if you're buying it from an eBay store, what overhead do you have as an eBay store? Not much, a lot less, and you get better deals that way. But yeah, Assassinino, Topps Chrome are very expensive, so maybe you want to go a step down, and maybe just regular Topps or like Panini Illusions. There's different levels to the cards. I don't even know how much a pack of Topps Chrome baseball costs. You have an idea of what that costs, Lauren?
The Chrome baseball?
Yeah, you've gotten them.
Yeah, they're expensive. $40-$50, right? For that big box.
How much?
I don't know. I thought it was like $40 or so. $40-$50 for that Topps. Let me look it up.
A pack of Topps, you get 4 cards.
No, the big box though that I get the big box with lots of packs in them.
No. Talking about the individual packs, Topps Chrome base that you were getting.
I don't know what I spent on them.
They're expensive. And
Yeah.
I would just, there's all different levels to it. And like Optic, those are the higher levels. But you might be rich, Assassinino, so I would, yeah, but I would buy cards that are in season unless the value's not going to change. And like someone like myself that buys and sells, it doesn't make sense for me to buy a football card now if I'm going to try to resell it. Because now, if you're going to buy cards and say, look, I'm holding on to this card for 20 years, well, then buy it whenever you want. But me, like right now, I'm purchasing basketball cards, baseball cards, now that spring training is in. Because now, before the season starts, you'll know in the next couple of months, that investment you make could go up exponentially if that player has a good start to the season, their team wins, i.e. Aaron Judge. Like when he got to about 40 home runs.
Look at him. He wants the best you can get.
I started buying a ton of his cards. And the cards that I bought, Topps Chrome rookies, I mean, I'm talking about, I think I picked up like 100 or 150 of his rookie cards. Literally, I have stacks of them. I wasn't even paying attention because I'm not selling the Aaron Judge cards, but I was looking what I paid for them earlier in the season. They're worth double and triple now after he hit 62 home runs.
How about this?
Those prices increased in about 4 months.
Have you ever bought off of Amazon?
No, but
Okay.
I check on Amazon.
I'm looking at Amazon.
Yep.
It's X for $38.
It has what?
8 packs per box, $38 a box.
Yeah, that's about what they pay in the stores over here. Yeah. It's the box of the chromes, and it's like $40, 35, $40.
Right. You're getting, so 8 packs, you're getting 32 cards basically. 32 or 40. I'm not sure exactly what the number is. Yeah, but that's a different type of box. That might be a blaster box. They have bigger boxes and smaller ones.
This is Topps Chrome, 8 packs per box, 32 cards in total.
It's probably the blaster box, all right?
Wait a minute. 8 cards per pack, or 8 packs per
8 packs.
You're getting 8 packs for $38. 2022 Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome.
4.
Right.
You're getting 4 of them.
Right. You're getting 30.
So you're paying about $40 for 32 cards. Do the math. That's like $1.20, $1.30 a card. That's not cheap.
No.
That's not cheap. If you really break it down, that's not cheap. I mean, Topps, if you were just to get regular Topps, and if you look that up, you'll get double the cards for a lower price.
Yeah, but Assassinino is saying he wants the best. He wants to buy the best. So he wants to know what the best is because that's what he wants to get. He's pretty much saying he don't care about the price.
Chrome, then go with it. Yep, go with Chrome, Donruss Optic, Bowman Chrome.
Just make sure he takes care of them when he opens them up. Make sure he's not hitting the corners of the cards and bending them. Protect them once he opens them, especially if you're paying top dollar for them. So, but we'll think of a show. We'll think of a tournament.
The problem is this. So, Lauren's been getting cards in packs. The problem is when you get them in packs from certain places, like if you get them you find, I'm going to Walmart and they got packs. Now, I've been noticing the packs that I'm opening, some of the cards are damaged because you got some big fat Mama Luke working at Walmart. He's taking the box of cards and he's slamming those cards down, and then people are looking at the cards, they're banging them around. I've been noticing. And to anyone that collects and buys and sells, when you buy a pack of something and you get a good card and there's a nick on that card, it's like sticking a knife in my stomach. that's the pain I feel. So you got to be careful where you're getting them.
All right, Joe, let me ask you a question. You got here 2023 Top Series 1 baseball jumbo box, 10 packs, 46 cards. One auto, $251.
It's Top Series 1.
Top Series 1 baseball jumbo box, 10 packs, 46 cards, $251.17 for the box.
10 packs, 46 cards. So what did they put? 4.6 cards in each one?
Well, that's
Hold
what
on
it's
a minute.
46 cards.
Let me look at something.
Let me send it to you.
It's just regular Tops.
I'm opening it up and texting it to you right now. I just sent it to you. Give it a minute. Into the cards big. I said when I get to New York, I'm going to go through all my boxes. I'd like to get back into them. I really enjoyed it. And when my kids got older, I was like, the hell with it. They didn't have no more interest.
All right, how would you rate these? Oh, you're looking it up. This pack right here. All right, it's not
Okay,
chrome,
so
but this is like
right now I found something. Okay, I found Tops Series 1. 7 packs. Okay, 7 packs, 14 cards per pack. So that means you're getting 798 cards. 7 packs, 14 cards in each one on eBay for $23.50.
Okay,
Or
so
best offer. Get it for $20. That's Top Series 1.
Series
All right,
1
so
Now
baseball.
look at what you sent me.
Wait, Series 1 baseball, Joe?
Yeah.
take a look
Yeah,
at
that's
what
what these are, but there's
Series 1
36 of them.
baseball.
Is that a decent look? These are Series 1, but there's 36 cards in the pack.
You got me those. Yeah, that's a different type of pack. There's hobby packs, there's blister packs.
I know, but is this
all
is this
different
you consider
sizes.
you consider this a good brand to get like this? Decent?
Tops. Yeah, Tops is like baseline for cards.
Yeah.
Meaning like it's not as expensive as you could see. But there's different levels to it. And
How about this? 2022 Topps Baseball Complete Set, Factory Sealed Retail Edition.
$60.
$60. I just sent it to you.
And that's like 800 cards in that set.
Right. I have a lot of those at my house in New York.
Now,
Nina, right here.
type that same thing. Type that same thing. I'm going to copy and paste it and see it and put it in eBay. And let's see what happens.
Assassinina, write that down, okay? Or take a picture. And that's Joe's email where you can get in contact with him with any questions.
Now, what's the Bowman cards, Joe?
Bowman is Tops as well.
Correct.
It's another brand that because Tops has like different lines of cards. There's only like really a couple of, there might be 2 or 3 manufacturers cards. Like Tops has like Leaf, Pro Set. It has a bunch of subsets, or we call them imprints, under the Tops banner. Panini is like the father company of like Donruss, Optic, regular Donruss, Illusions, Contenders. They have all these other subsets that are like under the imprint. So there's Tops and there's Panini, and I think there's one other, but there's all different grades. And Bowman is just like a different line of Tops cards. If you look at the back of Bowman, it'll say Tops on it.
Okay, so now a 2022 Topps opening day baseball blaster value box. Is that a good?
That opening day, that's good too. I mean, opening day is like a mid-level. It's mid-level. Now, There's
$34
Chrome.
for the box.
How much?
34.32 for the whole box.
And you're getting how many cards in that?
I'll be right back. Joe.
I would like to start getting back into this. I used to love it. I think it just said, what does it say here?
All right, so on
154 trading cards per box.
100. Okay, so there you go. It's
And
yeah,
they give
see the difference?
14% off today. 34.32.
You see the difference? There's a difference. Okay, so top series one. Okay. All right, tops, you could get 2021 tops complete factory set. You could get the factory set for like $40.
All
And
right.
it's yeah, it's through Walmart actually. It's Walmart because what happens is the companies produce different cards for Walmart. Like they'll make a bigger pack. Like maybe if you tops will sell like it'll have like 14 cards in it per pack, but they make a special pack for like Walmart where it might be 30 cards that you could only get from Walmart. Yeah, so yeah, I mean baseball and sports is there's so much stuff out there. I mean there's a ton of money to be made. Like
Now-
really it's
Do a show on it, but is a baseball card or what's the most valuable cards out there? Baseball still?
no. I mean, yes, in the sense of they didn't make basketball cards in 1950, but they made cards in 1909. You know, there's always been baseball cards.
Yeah, the Wegner.
Basketball cards started coming later. So yeah, if you know the it really depends because you got to look at it this way. I mean, what card over the test of time is like Michael Jordan's cards? In 30 years, his rookies are going to be worth even more than they're worth now.
What are
So
they
it's
going?
What'd you say?
What is a Michael Jordan rookie going for right now?
The thing is this: it all depends on condition and when the card came out.
Okay, when I get up there, we're gonna look at that card. I got two
Right.
Jordan rookies. They're both completely different, and I think my son said 4 Shaquille O'Neals if they're worth anything.
Shaquille O'Neal's, those are because there was a lot of them produced.
Right.
In the mid 90s, like Jordan cards, rookies are really not easy to get. But for example, so Michael Jordan, Fleer, okay? Fleer, you've heard of Fleer.
Yeah.
His rookie card in Fleer is 1986-87. Okay? Now, Michael Jordan was a rookie in 1984.
Right.
But they didn't have Fleer wasn't making cards then. So technically the Fleer rookie is 86-87. But
Right.
there was this company called Star, STAR, right?
I've seen it.
There's an 84-85 Jordan. You get that card, forget it.
I don't have
That's
that.
the most valuable Jordan card. If you have that card in pristine condition, the other thing is this: the cards you have, are they graded?
I'm being honest with you. I want you to look at them when I get there. I
Right.
bought a collection from somebody who was going away, and instead of hiding his money, he went out and bought cards. All
Which
sports
was
members.
Smart.
That's he bought I have everything from Lawrence Taylor, and my father was good friends with Lawrence Taylor. I had the jersey, the original jersey he wore, first game.
Mhm.
On God now. You know, so you got to remember too. One mistake these kids make today, the card goes from $1 million to zero.
Yep.
Bingo. But
You know,
now that grading has come into play. Grading, if you, okay, so I'll give you the Mickey Mantle example. Okay, so the Mickey Mantle rookie, one of them sold recently for $12 million. It was a
Damn.
graded 9.5.
wow.
The guy paid $50,000 for the card in 1991 and sold it last year for 12 mil. He got it graded. If you're gonna have cards that are really like you want the top dollar for them, you got to get them graded.
Okay.
Okay, so graded cards are inherently more valuable.
Let me ask you
Exactly.
a question. And I told you, when we get there, we'll go through everything and see what we can do together with it. Don Lawson stuff.
Who?
Don Lawson.
Okay, the perfect game in the World Series, the Yankee guy. Yep.
Okay, rookie card, baseball sign, original pictures from that day. Anything?
Yeah, yeah. You got to get them graded. You got to get the signature authenticated. Nobody's going to pay a lot of money for a signature unless you get that certificate for it.
I got
So
all
there's
the.
people that go out there like James Spence. They will tell you, like, they'll send you a certificate. You got to pay for it. They'll say, no, this is really his autograph.
All right. Remember the picture I
But-
sent you? The guy who autographed it the other night. I
Yep,
sent you.
yep.
Okay, he's introduced me to everybody from 20 years prior to present. All right, and I'm going to take you to that dinner this year. It's on Hall of Fame. What is that day they have for the Yankees? Old Timers Day. I go every day in the hotel with all of the guys, and there is an authenticator who's on the property to give you certificates there. Believe it or not, in the hotel.
Right.
But how about this? This Don Lawson, I was told one product I have is worth some money. All right. You realize this guy only had 2 seasons above 500 pitching?
I believe it. Yeah.
He's only famous for one game.
Yep. That's all it takes in New York.
I looked up his stats one day with a buddy of mine. We said, oh, wow, look, this guy must have had some career. He was with the Royals, the Yankees. This guy had nothing in his career, really, except for that perfect game.
I'll give you an example of that. I'm not a Giant fan, but there's this guy who went to Syracuse University. His name is David Tyree.
I know who he
David
is.
Tyree caught the ball on his helmet. That dude in New York is a god. I mean, like, he didn't do anything in the NFL. Thank you,
What's up,
King
King
James.
Judes?
Now, David Tyree, I bought his car from him for my son who passed away. It was a
Did
Chevy,
you?
24-inch rims.
Nice. I wish I was your son. Jeez, maybe you could buy
No,
me
I didn't pay
something.
that for it at the
I'll
time.
take a Lexus with rims. What,
Let's
ma?
work hard and we'll all have them things. I mean, now, listen,
So-
car ain't always what you get. I just bought a brand new SL 550. My back kills me when I get in and out of it.
Yeah, that's those. But look, too bad you have a woman. That's the first car when you signal.
Say hello to Joe. She won't come out. She just woke up. Say hi to Joe and
When
Lauren.
you have a
Hey.
car like that, all you gotta do is if you see some girl standing around, all you gotta do is drive up to them, roll the window down, and say, "Get in," and they're getting in.
Don't listen to
Um,
Joe. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Does know what he's talking about.
It's wishful.
Are you sticking up for him over me?
Lauren,
yeah.
Lauren, I'm going to tell you a story, and she's not going to come on because she ain't got no makeup on. We pulled up on Commercial Boulevard and Ocean Boulevard, right on the corner. Girls come up to the car with her in it when the roof's down.
It's very true.
Yeah,
It's
there you
No
go.
bullshit. Come right up to the car last night in Walgreens.
Mhm.
She went inside to get me Red Bulls. Some girl comes out, opens the door on the passenger side. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm telling you.
This is a different
Trust
state than New York. Trust me when I tell you. These girls are down here for a purpose.
Oh yeah. They're all looking for a payday.
Hey, Kane
So
Chase, I
listen
can't.
to this.
but somebody told me you're in there,
King
buddy. How
Shades,
about
you
you,
can come
brother?
on if you want, bro.
Yeah, text him over the link if he wants to come
Shout
on.
out
It's up
to
to you,
King.
Patience. Hey Brian, how are you?
Shout out to Shades. And I mean, he's a great partner. Did great work with the videos, great work calling the fight, and thank Lauren as well.
Lauren, I'm going to
The
thank you
problem with
again.
Lauren is she always pushes me to do things.
Lauren's a big part too, though. Lauren does a lot. Lauren, you've done really good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, like she calls me in the morning, like we're doing a show later. I'm like, all right, because right now I'd probably still be laying down watching TV. So I wanted to. We're talking about cards and
Well, there's
grading
so much,
cards.
Joe, there's so much more to it. Talking to the people in comments, going to other chats, bringing them over. I go to other chats and promoting your boxing show, keeping the channel alive when Joey's not feeling good.
I said that last night. I said, Lauren on YouTube, and I didn't say it in a bad way. Let me finish it. I said, I went on 4 shows yesterday. Lauren promoted us on every single one.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that, really.
You're welcome. And this is just where you soar. Other communities too. If you're into boxing, the only thing is I don't want to go into, and I know how to work a crowd. I can find a chat with thousands of people or a group somewhere with hundreds of thousands of people who are into boxing, and I can start promoting you guys. But I just want you guys to have it down pat, because if I promote you guys somewhere, and we want them to come back. You guys are getting it, but after you guys get a couple of shows, you'll get the flow better. And we want them to see phenomenal shows, so they subscribe and they come back.
I went back and watched it 4 times. I'm not going to show you. There's a few things we have to do differently, and we have the personalities to be able to pull that off.
I watched another show I watched 2 other channels who covered that fight last night too this morning to see what they did. And one of them had the show playing loudly in the background, which I liked. I liked listening to the show in the background. So I don't know if that would work for you guys.
Well, the one that I caught this morning, and it was pretty good. Somebody sent it to me by text. What he did was he did more commentating, and then there was like an analyst and a third guy involved. So it can work out, but yeah, I think we got to call the fight maybe a little bit more as the action's going in a flow, but we do it in a different, and we're working it out.
Yeah, and you'll get it. It's going to take a couple shows together of doing it to get it down to like, damn, that was great. Your shows are good, but it's going to be like, damn. And that's when I'm going to start going to these groups and promoting it. So it's starting off slow, like anything's going to start off. But there's a big crowd, and I've scoped out some groups online that have hundreds of thousands of people in the groups that are very active, that are into boxing, that were talking about this show last night, this boxing match last night and stuff like that. And I just didn't want to drop the link for you guys. And then we want them to come back.
Exactly.
That's it. Once they see a show that's like, damn, they'll come back, they'll subscribe, and they'll come back for more. So
we're talking like off the air. We have now so many other sports as well. I mean, it don't only have to be boxing.
Right.
I mean, Joey's a wizard with college basketball. I know baseball. I know football. I know Kane Shades knows a lot more than he gives up because he's a great guy. We need to really have a conversation with everybody and see where we can go and how to improve in a few areas. But Joey's knowledge of certain things in college basketball, you're not going to find somebody to have that. Some of the knowledge I have in boxing, you're not going to know these stories. So we can push it to other sports. And
absolutely.
I think we'll do really well with that as well.
We got it, but one thing that I've noticed is we got to add a little more structure to our show.
That's what I'm trying to say. Right.
Yeah, because we don't want to get to a point where we're just like flying by the seat of our pants. If there's not, like, if the fight is not on, like, what are we talking about? That's why I was thinking of like some ideas like Fight Fact of the Night, or spotlight on the fighters. You know what I mean? Like and that's where it takes work, because it's like it's not.
That's something big.
You can't really just go off the top of your head.
Right. Yeah, you get it.
We went into the whole idea of he was there too late in another country and probably the furthest country away. He was on ESPN this morning. He said he had no legs for about 4 days.
Oh wow.
You know,
And
so
he
that
looked that way.
hours in the air, and you're only there 6 days. That was immensely a huge part of that fight.
Okay, but also though, okay, so the fight was going on. What time was it for Jerry? 6 a.m. What time was it for Jerry there?
I think it was 7 p.m. Is that right?
So the fight started at the main
10:45 our
event
time. It was 10:45 our time, which is
2:45 in the afternoon. That's 2:45 Australia time, 10:45.
yeah, but technically, if he's still feeling like America time, it was 10:45 at night. Isn't that usually when the matches go off in America? So what's the difference? Is it just traveling?
He flew.
But they're fighting in Australia where it's 4 o'clock.
He also flew 20 hours.
Yeah, which is a lot. That's a lot. Hey, Sean, how are you?
Your whole sleep schedule is
Not only that, if you think about it, he missed 2 full days of his stretching and warming up. This is a key week just to tone himself up.
No, I hear you. I travel a lot, and you need time to recover just from traveling 4 or 5 hours. I get it.
He missed 2 full days. I'll give you an example. I went to Vegas one time to fight.
Uh-huh.
All right, from New York. So I trained in the morning, took the flight after training right away. As soon as I can get out of the gym, the first flight we took. And when we got there, we were already acclimated. We were on Vegas time, 3 hours behind, a week before we left New York. So, you know, trainer wanted to try it that way, and we fell right into the rhythm pretty much.
Yeah.
What up, Sean?
You know, so there's a lot of factors. Yeah. That travel really did him. It took a lot out of him. The guy, he likes to box and move. He didn't have much movement in his legs last night, and we pointed that out right away.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch the fight.
I mean, the guy was
shame on him for not getting there in the right amount of time.
You know, and the flight really took his legs out. He said he had nothing in his legs.
You
said it wasn't a big money match, though, right? You said it wasn't a big money match.
You know what it was to me. The more I'm looking at it now, they wanted this Zoo. Look, let's not be crazy here. He's not a black. He's a white guy. They want to bring a guy like that to come over to fight the Mexicans and the blacks.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed enough Zoo that he could be prime time, but I don't think he's ready for a couple of guys in that division yet. You know, so they set that up perfectly for Tim Zoo last night.
Yeah.
Everything for him, and I can't think of one thing they didn't do that Zoo had the advantage in the preparation for the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a situation where
well, was it entertaining for you guys? Did the fight entertain you? Because I remember the UFC the week before. It was like that was such a waste of money. It was not entertaining. It was totally fixed. I mean, was it at least entertaining?
I thought it was entertaining.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And I think that's where boxing back over UFC. UFC is starting to become quick tap outs, submissions. The lady fights and the undercard fights are better than the main events the last 4 fights.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Yep, I've noticed that too lately.
All right. So Tim Zoo got $1 million. He got $1 million for that fight, Tim Zoo. And 65% of the pay-per-view sales. But who got it on pay-per-view? I watched it on Showtime.
Well, you pay $10.99 if you don't have Showtime. You can buy Showtime for the night.
Okay.
Showtime's also with I was looking. Showtime's also with your Paramount Plus thing, so I could have probably pulled it up because I got Paramount Plus. I did look it up last night. Like if you have a Paramount Plus subscription, you could have pulled the Showtime fight up, but I didn't even bother because then I would have had to hook things up for the TV and stuff. Harrison
earned $500,000 guaranteed and 35% of the pay-per-view share. He'll clear about $1.5 million, and Zoo will probably make $4 million or $4 or $5 million. But what do you think Jake Paul made? What do you think Tommy Fury made?
I want to say I want to say Fury made 2.4 million. Does that sound right?
That
Without
would
the
be, yeah.
Without the
Without-
pay per view.
yeah. Yep.
And I think Jake
Those
Paul.
Arabians, fuck
Right.
them, those Arabians,
They
if they pay
do.
the money.
But the pay per view was pretty big on that fight, really big.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
because
those
it's not even boxing bopper It's like the teeny bopper YouTube people. They want to see Jake Paul's their hero.
Well, how about I'll give you a quick example, and I've been following it a lot. Logan Paul, when he fought Floyd Mayweather,
Right.
he didn't actually get his salary because Mayweather's team was in charge of that. But the pay per view was a third party. He said, "Forget about the $2 million I was supposed to get. I made enough off the pay per view. Let him keep it." Mayweather has still not paid Logan Paul to this day.
Oh wow.
That's
Nope.
crazy. I mean, I heard something about Mayweather that he owed so much money in back taxes, and he went in front of a judge and he told the judge, "Look, I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. Can I give you the money after the fight?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, he'll bet $5 million on a basketball game.
Correct.
Like, how could you maintain that lifestyle?
Well, I predicted on Lee's show, the first time I ever went on, he'll be bankrupt by 2027, 2028.
Unless he has some financial wizard in his corner. But
No,
I think the financial wizard in your corner, he's fleecing you at the end of the day.
all right, let's take the Pacquiao fight. He owed back taxes that he already signed a letter to pay. And he went out and bought an $18 million watch the next day.
Yep.
So what did he clear out of? And he made $100 million, but he owed 30 in taxes. He paid another 20 for a watch. There's 50. And what about the taxes you get taxed on for the night?
What up, Petey?
Yep.
How are you?
And paying your manager and paying your entourage. You know, this guy's got 20 guys on staff at all time at his house.
Wow.
Yep.
They ain't working for free. I mean, the car
He's
collection.
got a big payroll, that guy.
Yeah, but the car collection he has to maintain, he says, is ridiculous. And how about that he claims every car on taxes because it's part of his lifestyle now of being the money man. Okay, but listen, Tyson was what, at 322 million when he went bankrupt?
Yeah, around there. Yep.
I think he made 300. He went bankrupt.
Yep.
Evander Holyfield cracked 400 million with endorsements in boxing. He went bankrupt.
Yep. Well, I mean, I agree 110%.
So what? This guy can't go bankrupt. Look, I'll give you another one. Remember Latrell Sprewell?
Yep.
Flat
Bankrupt.
broke.
Yep.
Another $100 million man.
Allen Iverson.
Sure, shame.
Yeah.
Real.
So someone asked a question earlier. I wanted to. It was, did Jake Paul or Tommy Fury get more money? Like, who got more money? That, like, Tommy Fury won. So I think he has a bigger guaranteed purse, but he's not making more than Jake Paul when the pay-per-view shit comes in.
No.
So,
Jake Paul made more money for the fight, I believe, and he had a bigger cut of the pay-per-view.
right. But I think Jake Paul, I don't know if he welched on the bet, but he said, look, whoever wins, if he wins, he'll double his purse. Fury.
Well,
he said that.
He said that. They shook hands on that, but somebody said it wasn't in writing. But Jake Paul knows what the rematch is going to bring with the money Jake Paul made. Give him the purse money so you can get the guy in the ring for sure. Because Fury's father's the type of guy who'll say, F you, we ain't fighting you again.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they have to run it back.
I would listen. I think the next fight will be a destruction because I've been watching a lot of Jake Paul interviews. He's lost the spark he talks with. He looks like a defeated man all of a sudden.
Jake Paul, right?
Jake Paul
Is that
looks.
you?
Yeah. Jake
Oh
Paul,
my God.
doesn't
He's
he
embarrassing himself. He's like talking so much crap about how great he is, and then he's getting in the ring, and it's embarrassing. I've been keeping an eye on that too.
And I seen him on. You could go back and watch the interview he did on his brother's show, Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like a guy who was just sitting there defeated, and that's a week after the fight.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, he's a guy who was making. He's a guy making fools of the boxing world, fools of everybody, and he went in there with not a top 10 boxer by no means, and he got shown that he don't know how to box as well.
So last night, Floyd Mayweather, he confronted Jake Paul outside a Heat's game.
And what happened?
The fight. What happened with that? I heard nothing of it so far.
You want me to play it? I could play it on here.
Yeah, if we could, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll set it up.
See, now what the Paul brothers did.
I don't know. I just saw the story come up, so I'll play it. Hold on, and we'll see it together.
It's something that I know very well, and what they did was, me and my people, we call it the Vegas techniques. The Vegas technique is get some hot women on there, let them take it off, let them talk nasty, and the money comes rolling in. And that's how he did it, Jake Paul. He had all those porno girls coming on, giving him interviews, playing games, blah, blah, blah. And that's how it grew big. So if there's any porn stars out there, get in touch with Bay Ace, Lauren, or Tony, and we'll get you on the show.
I'm going to tell you something that I found to be even more successful. IG models have bigger followers than porn stars right now, by far.
Yep. Joe. The
Yeah.
porn is that was last years ago.
What, the porn?
Right. The way to do it with an Instagram. Yeah, I was looking at one today. 4.8 million followers.
Yep.
And she don't live but a mile down the road.
Yep.
So Jake Paul went.
Hold on, where'd you guys go? Oh, over here. Hold on. I'm gonna play it right now. We'll watch it together.
He's my kind of guy. But I will say this, B1. Jake Paul did knock Fury down. And, if he didn't have the hunger, let's say, because he's rich, he still hung in there with them. So in his mind, he might say, well, if I really get back to the grind, I might be able to beat this guy. And there's going to be money in that fight, too. So if Fury wants to run it back, they should.
All right, this video is from yesterday. Floyd Mayweather confronts Jake Paul outside a Heat game. Incident on video. I'm going to have to stop this in between, though, because it's 4 minutes. So I'll just stop it for a quick second. Okay, Tony?
Go ahead.
Fair use. TMZ, so we got to be careful.
NBA game almost turned into a professional boxing match.
Fair use.
Outside the Miami
Fair use.
Heat game last night. Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather came face to face. Now, we know that there's no love lost between them. Remember that when Floyd fought Logan Paul, Jake came in and grabbed Floyd's hat, which Floyd was very disrespectful. And obviously, there's still some bad blood over it. Watch what happened when they came. Well, and them and their entourages, they're both.
Well, Floyd's entourage is insane.
Yeah.
What's going on? I can have what I want.
Where's the camera? Oh, you got cameras too. So who you supposed to be? I'm just working, man.
What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys? Yo, let's bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost? What's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him!
I think that's. I mean, come on, Floyd and your team. You got 40 guys running after one.
You know
guy.
what I love about this confrontation is normally when we see big entourages and sometimes in very serious situations when it gets heated and you hear people talking about who has guns. This was, you got cameras? Oh, we got cameras too.
Right.
Guess what? We got cameras too. And they were all recording this. I don't buy that this was a real.
Oh, you think this was fake?
Mm-hmm. I think this is the start.
Never occurred.
I think it's a setup.
I was going to say the same thing. That to me looks like both of them are looking to promote something down the road.
Yeah, Sprewell made 97 mil.
Yeah, and he filed bankruptcy, I think, 2 years after he was out, or he had money problems in his last year.
Unreal.
He also had how many children did he have? Can you see that?
No, that's an unspecified amount. And you know why it's an unspecified amount? Because you got to look at it this way. These guys are worldwide. He was probably banging chicks in Japan. They get pregnant, you know what I mean? He's gone, basically. So he's probably got kids all over the world.
I believe I seen 8, and I'm not even sure that he had on paper here.
8 that you know of.
Yeah, I think that's what the number was. And how many did he pay off under the table to go away?
Bingo. Ding,
Carl,
ding.
Karl Malone, prime example, had twin daughters. He didn't meet them, I think, until his last year or second to last year in the NBA.
Well, your guy, Real Deal Holyfield, how many kids does he have?
11.
With 11 different women.
10 different women. Let me look this up.
I know, Mr. Stinky. Relax, buddy.
How long has my mic been muted this whole time? Since I put that thing.
Because no, there was an echo when you were running the video, so I muted
Oh, so you muted me? All right.
and it stopped the echo.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you guys were ignoring me.
Because you had 2 screens open.
I gotcha. So you heard the video though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a setup.
Yeah. I think so too.
I think that's, man, it says here he had 10 kids on this one, Google, and the other one said 8.
Yeah. What about George Foreman? He's another boxer with all those kids. George.
There's a man who, there was one woman, and he was financially secure.
Mm-hmm.
So, he knew what he was doing.
Sean said, read his comments about Sprewell. Where is it, Sean? Up in here? Up in our comment section? Or did you put it somewhere else? Oh, right here. Sprewell was offered $12 million on his last contract with the Minnesota. He turned it down and said, my kids got to eat. Then he went bankrupt.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
That is 100% a fact.
Unbelievable.
Now, because he went against, here's a sellout. This is what, and I love Latrell Sprewell. I know this for a fact. I know people that were in the room. When Charles Oakley got arrested at the Garden, the very next night, the very next home game, Dolan had to do something big. He gave Larry Johnson a position for life and Latrell Sprewell a position for life. So Sprewell is still making money from the Knicks to sit one on each side of him to show that he was loved by players.
This is Tony Silo up here. And Tony Silo was a professional boxer.
So he got paid off. He's making some money from Dolan right now. He's like a public relation. And I think,
but I got to be honest with you. Like LJ, Larry Johnson, used to be tight with my bro. They're beefing right now, so In his mind, Larry Johnson's a piece of shit. But he's someone, okay, that I know about. He made 90 million. He signed a $90 million contract, $88 million contract, had the whole Converse contract, grandmama. He was
Correct.
broke. He has about 10, 12 kids.
Yeah,
Broke.
and he was involved. He was involved in the Stacey Augmon incident, whatever it was. I'm not going to say it. And Dolan got him out of that. He hired attorneys to get Larry Johnson pretty much out of that whole thing.
Yep.
Think you know what I'm talking about, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Okay, so Augmon took a big hit on that, and Larry Johnson just got out of it.
Yep.
Hey, see no evil. Good to see you. And PD, I have 2 encyclopedias up here. I got Tony and Joe. Joe's like a sports encyclopedia too. There's 2 of them up there.
I mean,
They're
that's
good match together with Kane Shades. Those 2 in Kane Shades. It's going to make a good team.
that's a great show too. Athletes who made all that kind of money are broke today,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
and you'd be shocked by some of the white guys that you thought were, oh, they're secure, they're set. They went just as in a tank as the minority. So this isn't just about black athletes.
Yep.
A lot of white athletes. I was shocked to see. Broke.
See no evil. Happy belated birthday. Mike John brings up a good one. Bobby Bonilla. Remember him with the Mets?
You want me to put this up, Joe, or you just send it to me to see?
Yeah, put it up.
What's he say? Bobby Bonilla, because I can't see it that good on here. He actually lived 2 houses away from me when he was during the season.
Yep.
But now, is he saying he's broke?
No, what he did was they owed him like $5 million on his contract.
Correct.
So what they did is they call it the stretch provision, where the team doesn't have to pay that money up front. They could spread it out over a certain amount of years. So
Correct.
from them owing him like 5 or 10 million, they use the stretch provision. He gets every July 1st, he gets 1.1 million until 2035.
Exactly.
Now this started in the year 2000.
Correct. He'll never go broke.
So he's got that 1 million coming in. I mean, they owed him like maybe 5-10 mil. It wasn't nothing crazy, but they stretch it out, so they could make payments, I guess. And he was smart enough to get that deal.
2035, he gets that money.
Yep.
You know who's another look up who's got an interesting thing, and I've never seen a boxer get it. Michael Spinks lives in Delaware, not flashy. He gets $500,000 a year, all off of the Jerry Cooney fight.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez.
So, I mean, for a guy who lives in a modest house in Delaware, you don't see him out in the public. You don't ever hear about him getting in trouble. $500,000 to live up there, that's doing large. And he never went, and you never seen him with a luxurious cars or anything. He was a very quiet guy, Michael Spinks.
Yeah, his brother died. Rest in peace, Leon.
Leon was a mess, though. I mean, was homeless.
Yeah.
By choice.
How do you even get that fight with Ali?
Joe, he was the
fight
medalist. I mean, it was something they put together. They gave a kid a shot. I think it was a setup because he was going to come back and be the third time he regained the championship at that time.
That was the 3rd time when he won it back. Yep.
Right, and that was never done anywhere near that in boxing at that time. So he gave another point on his legacy that he was able to come back and win 3 championships in the heavyweight division. Because Leon Spinks had no business being in the ring with Muhammad Ali.
And Muhammad Ali had no business being in the ring with Muhammad Ali. That was the problem, too. He should not have been fighting at that point.
Well, no, when he fought Leon Spinks, he was still relatively young. I think you're talking about
he was 36. But he had a lot of he was born in January of 42.
Yeah, but
He
with the
had
fight,
what?
let's see.
The fight was in 78.
Right. He wasn't that old.
The Holmes fight was in
No, but-
October of 1980. Thank you, Sean. But here's the thing, though. He wasn't that old, but he had problems. If you look at his speech pattern, like you could see it. Like he started, they were saying that his recall, because they gave him like brain scans or whatever, and they said his recall, there was an issue with it, and that's what I mean. I don't mean he was like age wise, but he took a lot of there was a lot of beating he took. They said he got hit in his head over 250,000 times in professional fights.
He was 30, right, when he fought Leon Spinks. And Spinks
36? Yeah.
How about Leon Spinks only had 10 fights?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, how did he get in there with him? He had no, no record, basically. I mean, he had no experience.
That's
So
what you
see
wanted.
this-
Sorry, it took me a minute.
There
Go
it
ahead.
is.
Richie Perry, Anderson Hunt, David Butler, Mo Scurry, my brother. They used this picture. This was after they won the national championship. They used this picture to put UNLV and Tarkanian on probation. Now, the truth of the matter is the guy, Richie Perry, he got caught in 1978. He was involved with Henry Hill and the Boston College point shaving scandal. But Richie Perry was involved with AAU basketball in New York. That's how we knew Mo, because Mo's from Brooklyn. So he was going through a divorce with his wife, Richie Perry. His wife called up the FBI and gave this picture to the FBI. And they said, wait a minute. He's sitting in a hot tub. These are the top UNLV players sitting in a hot tub with the known game fixer. They call him, has never been convicted of a crime after 1978 for fixing games. But they put this in there. And it was the most harmless thing. Not only did this Richie Perry if my brother would have told me, he was hitting me off with money. Wasn't hitting him off with money. They were just friends. You got to understand, these are the biggest celebrities in Las Vegas. He was rich, Richie Perry. He actually went by Sam Perry. A lot of people don't know that. But, you got the top players. Of course, people want to hang out with him. Steve Wynn wanted to hang out with UNLV. Is that illegal? I mean, he owns a casino. So it's just a bunch of bullshit, really. And they actually put UNLV on suspension in 1991-92. They banned them from the tournament. And then about 12 years later, Jerry Tarkanian won a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the NCAA for harassment because they couldn't find any wrongdoing. It was all a witch hunt. So people that, don't believe like, they're going after Trump. I'm telling you, man, what they're doing with Trump is the craziest thing. And people are like, well, he's got to be doing something wrong. Why are they constantly going at him? Yeah, they're constantly going at him, but they can't get him on anything. And that's what happened with this shit. And it burns me to this day because the guys in that hot tub were not able to play in the NBA.
Because of this.
Of this. No team would try it out. Now, Mo, he went to China and played. He went overseas. He was making six-figure money, but nothing like the NBA. The NBA would not touch these guys because of that. So you basically ruined his career. The guy sitting in that hot tub was 21 years old. Mo was 21 drinking a beer. Is there something wrong with that? 21-year-old, they drink beer?
Yeah, you drink beer at 21.
Right. So
If I'm not mistaken, the legal age back then wasn't the legal age even 18 back then?
No. 21. 21. Yep. You shouldn't have blocked Real Button. He's okay. I think I know what happens sometimes. And this happens a lot. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a missus. The missus gets a whiff of Bay 8 and sees what's going on. And she's like, wait a minute. She looks at him and then she looks at me and she's like, hold on a minute. This motherfucker has 9 toes, but I'm sitting with you and you don't have 9 cents. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have 9 toes or not have 9 cents? I think the women are going to go with the 9 toe.
Moving on. So
Yes. Thank you.
that has something to do with that name. Well, never mind. So anyway, Gigi said he watched the fight. He wrote something. I watched the fight. He destroyed him. He said he'll jump on in a minute if we're still on. So
Hold on 1 second.
we're holding. You see that? See how he had to turn around and shake his butt in front of the camera? That was for that little troll, his girlfriend.
So how's the weather up there, Lauren?
It's chilly. It's 47. It's not that bad, but still.
I was up there on Christmas Eve. I couldn't believe it. 84 to 6.
Christmas Eve down south was colder than New York. I was down south Christmas Eve, and it was like in the 20s, 30s.
It was 37 degrees in Lauderdale by the Sea.
It snowed in Fort. Didn't it snow in Fort Lauderdale a little bit?
I was up in New York from
Okay.
Christmas Eve. The day before Christmas Eve, I got to New York for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I was doing the opposite. I was down there, and it was chilly for the Floridians, and I was cold too, being from even though I was from New York. But it was
What you got there, Joe?
a basketball card, but we can't see it that well. Put it a little closer.
Yeah.
It was a football card.
Can you see it?
Hey,
Yeah, it's a
Oliver.
Michael
Shout out.
Jordan card. Okay. Now,
Oh, I see.
this Michael Jordan card right now will get me a gold Rolex. Oh, LeBron gold rookie. I don't know. This might get me a date just Rolex. Stainless steel, maybe 18 karat white gold. Oh, and these cards right here. See? Front, you see? There's multiple LeBron James rookies in here. Look up the prices on those, pristine condition, and get back to me with the toe pop. Tell your girl she could hit me up at 8675309. Thank you, Jenny.
Mike John. Noodle.
Hey, Mike John.
Noodles Ladrago.
That's nothing, those cards. I don't even like showing the cards because the expensive cards, like, I just don't even. But that was for
Noodles. I got a headache tonight. Was not happening.
Dickhead. Yeah, Mike John. Yep, I'm glad that I got those LeBrons. I have even more. Those are just something that, because what I'm doing is going through my cards, and I have a safety deposit box, and these cards are going to go in there. And I'll tell you why. I seen something the other day that shook me to the core. There was a house that burned down in Queens, right? And it wasn't even, and the lady was like, I lost everything.
But
like,
is there a but to this?
In every fire, you know what I mean? Like your house burns down because of some lithium ion battery or whatever that you know what I mean? So it's really scary at the end of the day when you think about it. I mean, I mean, put yourself in the position. Your house is on fire. What can you take with you if you got to run out? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not just we've seen natural disasters, hurricanes that ruin houses. It depends on where you are in the world, but it could be more than just the fire. So it's good to keep that type of stuff safe and protected. In my opinion, allegedly, but that's that island, and you know how I feel about that I want enough
I-
noodles. I'm not in the mood tonight.
Okay, so then my other thinking was,
Oh, you're gonna keep going with this?
these cards. Let me give my cards or some of my cards to my most trusted friend. Okay, my most trusted friend is Lauren. The problem with Lauren is that one day she sent me a picture, and the picture was of my Rolex in the trash can because I upset her. Let me tell you, no, not going to happen again. I'm just breaking balls. That didn't happen. But yeah, when women get mad, like we were just talking about Richie Perry and his wife. He was divorcing his wife. She gave it to the FBI. Can you believe that? To me, that's crazy.
Listen, I'll give you a better one. How about R. Kelly? The guy was skating through whatever the hell he was doing until his ex-wife got pissed to no end, and it was all over with the R. Kelly tapes.
Yep.
He beat how many trials before that?
Oh, he beat a couple, yeah. But he didn't beat it this time.
No.
Now, here's what's crazy right now. Okay, so I watch Meet the Press. I tape Fox News Sunday. I watch it. So right now, they say that the district attorney of New York, or the state district attorney, Letitia James, or whatever it is, that they are gonna indict Donald Trump on charges related to his Stormy Daniels payoff thing, right?
Correct.
Now, here's what's crazy about it. Stormy Daniels shit was like 2-3 years ago. He got past all of that. Now they're going to bring him up on charges now again, and we got to sit back as humans. I mean, like, we're sitting back as taxpayers like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Why are you going after him? They've went after him so many different times, and every time they get nothing, they just keep moving. They don't even come on and say, you know what? We were wrong. He didn't do anything. Nope, they go right to the next one.
They can't say that.
It's crazy.
They won't say that.
It's crazy, though. I mean, it's just amazing how they're going to try to indict him on charges related to Stormy Daniels. I thought that shit was over with.
Wasn't that before the election when he won?
Yeah, yep. But then it came back up after.
That's 7 years ago again.
Yeah. And I don't understand what, like Biden, I don't understand what his whole thing is with this Ukraine. Like, really, there's something like, it's just like, what about the other countries in Europe? Are they giving money like we're giving?
No.
It's amazing. Something's weird about that. Because it's like he just keeps giving money. Every time the guy comes from the Ukraine, talks to him, oh, we'll give him another 10 billion. Oh, we'll give him a $500 million. Oh, we're doing this. It's like amazing. It's that easy.
When he came with a little camouflage shirt and pants that day, and listen, I feel bad for the people over there. He gave him a whopping another check and he made him Man of the Year. You know.
Which in normal times, if the country was doing good and we were like, didn't have record deficit or whatever, then you might say, all right, do it. But we're on the balls of our ass and we're doling out money like we're partying like a rock star over here. It's amazing, but they keep cutting benefits. They cut this, cut that. I mean, Mayor Adams is like, oh, we got to cut this, we got to cut that, we got to make money here. I mean, it's amazing how it's going, and it's just, to me, it's unbelievable. So any of you fools out there that think because I'm living in New York that I'm a Biden guy, not in Staten Italy, my friend. I'm rolling with Orange Donald. I'm rolling with Agent Orange Donald.
Same here.
I mean, come on, man. You don't think it's great when he was going on these shows and disrespecting these people? It's like a reality show.
Oh, it was the best.
It's amazing how they talk
It was a great 4 years of entertainment, and he built the country up. Is that Gary?
Yeah, it's Gary.
That's
Morning,
Gary.
guys. Morning,
What's up?
Tony, Philo, Lauren, Joey. It's me, Gary.
How you doing, buddy?
Yep,
Not
it's
bad.
Gary
Just woke up
Banu.
not long ago.
So you watched the
Like
fight?
Gary
6:52
Banu.
a.m. here. Excuse me. Yeah,
Gary,
still waking up. Sorry?
Did you get to see the fight?
Yes, I did. And Zoo's very arrogant. Did you see the message that he sent out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, did you have a message for him? He's like, not verbally. Hopefully, I can show him. So, yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be a good fight. We should cover that. But by the end of the fight, though, like they had to stop that. They had to stop that. He was torturing him on the ropes.
I had told Joey earlier in the day I would give Harrison 2-3 rounds, and then I thought it was going to be destruction.
Yeah. Oh, he was playing with him at the end. Did you see how he was like almost lining him up? He had his left, he's holding him up. Boom, boom.
Well, he knew he couldn't hurt him either. He knew he was there with a guy who couldn't hurt him.
Well, even after the fight, Harrison's considering his career now. I don't think he wants to fight anymore. He just wants to train. I think, like, train other people.
Well, after taking the last round, I'll tell you another thing. I watched it again, the last round, the stoppage. That referee could have stopped that fight way before he stopped.
Earlier, yes. That was a bit dangerous. He looked like he was a little bit out of it by that last round.
And we said that. We said the referee looked tricky. Joe said the referee looked like he was in the back somewhere.
Well, I'm actually watching it with the sound and everything. Like, even when Harrison came out, you could hear the boo, boo. Like, those sort of conditions are hard. You've got more than half the crowd going for Zoo. You know what I mean? You're in that country, so that makes a massive difference.
I got a question. Did Zoo do something to offend some people? Because there are a lot of people. I think
he's just a bit arrogant. I could tell. Like, if you watch the post interview, he's arrogant. He's very cocky.
There are a lot of Australians rooting for Harrison.
Yes. I think it's the arrogance. It's different from his father. Costi was a humble guy. So I think that's why Aussies don't really like arrogance. You know.
I spoke to an active boxer today, and his take on it was a fight that he just had to get off of his shoulders, and the kid's got that much talent.
Yeah, he didn't go full, you know what I mean? He didn't go like as hard as he could, I think.
I think he watched himself before he went on the attack to make sure.
Yeah.
Once you get past a certain mountain, now you'll see this kid be more on the attack mood. But
more
he's
aggressive, yeah.
He's got lightning quick hands when I watched on the replay.
Jesus, yeah. Some of those hits were quick, very fast. His style's similar to his father too. You can tell he's Costa's son.
Oh, yeah. It looked like an amateur Costa Zoo when he was walking through the ring, talking about his appearance.
Very, very young, yeah.
But I think, off of what I seen last night, he's got better style at this.
Yeah, his technique. I think his technique is better. He's got potential. He could potentially be better than his father, but we don't know yet. It's still early, I think.
But what he's got to watch, that arrogance. Don't get too arrogant once you hit the big time American promoters. But like we said last night, you don't need America no more. There's more money right now in other countries for boxing.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's going to end up going to America. I think so.
That's crazy. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, how are you, Lauren?
I'm good. I had to mute for a second because the kid walked in with her dad. They came to get her softball stuff. They're going to go down and have a catch and stuff.
Oh, nice.
What's up, Joe?
Tim Tszyu, the weight class that Tim Tszyu is in.
Yes.
I mean, how would he do against a Bud Crawford or Errol Spence? You know what I mean? Those guys, or Keith Thurman. You know, I'd like to see him fight those guys.
Let's talk about Crawford. Crawford started at 125, 129 featherweight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're coming up almost 30 pounds, Joe. How is Crawford going to carry
But
the weight?
he's fighting at junior middleweight, or he's fighting at welterweight, 147.
Okay, but
I'm
he
sure
doesn't.
he walks around heavier than that.
Right, but to come in at 154 is a difference. I say a featherweight can make it to welterweight. Once they go beyond welterweight, I get a little worried. A welterweight to me could go to super middleweight, naturally. I think when he finds a guy with this kind of power hitting the back,
What about Manny Pacquiao? What did he start out at?
I think I seen now. I know he fought featherweight, and I think he fought a division below featherweight.
Hey, real deal.
I think he started out at super flyweight.
Yeah, he
Junior
was. Yeah, Bud Crawford. I mean, he started out at lightweight. So he started out. He went from lightweight, light welter to welter. So he started at 130.
All right, so now you're gonna fight 24 pounds heavier, and you're fighting a natural 154 fight. Zeus started at this weight, so that means he's been hitting and taking shots from 154 his whole career. When you fight a guy, would take Roberto Duran started at lightweight. Sugar Ray came in, I think he was junior welterweight, and then went right to welterweight quick. They kind of grew into the weight together. This is a lightweight going up to 154, fighting a natural 154. There's where the difference comes in sometimes.
Okay. Another one. Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather started out as lightweight. He fought De La Hoya at 54.
How old was De La Hoya? And De La Hoya had already lived a partying life.
De La Hoya was in his mid-30s at the time. I'll give you that one. But
De La Hoya went through a lot before that fight, but I think De La Hoya won the fight anyway.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you think it's possible for like Bud Crawford, who started out at lightweight, Errol Spence started out at lightweight, do you think they could go up to 154 comfortably? I think they could. Like, I think it's not a problem for those guys because Bud Crawford packs a big punch.
What's up, Chris Trout?
And Errol Spence, you look at Errol Spence, he's a big dude. He looks like he could carry some weight. I mean, look at, so Mayweather was at 130. Okay, there you go. So, yeah. He fought De La Hoya at 54, I believe.
Yeah, but Joe, you know what we were talking about too? Mayweather had a lot of iffy fights, and a lot of some of them were tougher than people thought. A lot of people don't see this pay-per-view and they say, "Oh, he's undefeated. He's undefeated." Look at Maidana. Look at the one we did. There's a lot of differences in the decisions when you actually sit and break a fight down. Look
Oscar De La Hoya
Well,
started out at super featherweight, went all the way up to middleweight.
Did he ever win at middleweight?
I'll tell you right now.
I know he got knocked out by B-Hop.
He beat Steve Forbes. He fought Mayweather. He was 35. But it was for the light middleweight. It was for the light middleweight. So yeah, it was 154 with Mayweather.
Can I cut you guys off for a sec?
He beat Ricardo Mayorga. He beat Ricardo Mayorga to win the WBC. He fought B-Hop at middleweight, but B-Hop was a bigger middleweight.
He knocked him out.
He beat Felix Sturm at middleweight.
He didn't win that fight.
He fought Sugar Shane Mosley at 54.
He lost twice.
Yep. Yuri Boy Compass he beat. That was at 54.
Old man.
He beat Fernando Vargas.
Blown up in weight.
Javier Castillejo. Arturo, you were friends with him. What was Arturo? He fought Arturo at welterweight, I believe.
Atlantic City. Arturo came in, I think he was around 120. He was around featherweight, his first fight. Maybe junior featherweight.
Right.
All right, listen real quick, Joe.
Yeah.
I gotta run out because I only got a little bit of time. So I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody in chat. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Jerry, for coming on.
Thank you, Lauren.
Just end it whenever you're done. I just gotta run to the grocery store.
Yeah, we're gonna get off in a few minutes.
Okay. All right. There's Angela.
Thank you.
Hey, Angela.
We love you, Angela. Don't worry, man.
Hi, Angela.
Let me tell you something. We love
All right,
Charlie.
everybody have a
Okay,
good day.
Charlie is
See ya. Have a good one.
Yeah, Tony, Kane, Gary Gnu. We all love Charlie. You don't know who Gary Gnu is, do you? No news is good news unless it's Gary Gnu news. The Great Space Coaster. Come on, you don't remember that show? Jeez, that's from my heyday. But what I was saying, Tony, is I think nowadays to be a great champion, like on the level of, a De La Hoya, Pacquiao, you got to move up and weight. You know,
100%.
like you got to, like Pacquiao is 8 division world champion. You know what I mean? Like De La Hoya, lightweight, all the way up to 54.
Correct.
They got to do what they got to do to make these fights. You know what I mean? I could, if they had to go up 2 weight classes, then maybe. But one weight class, they should be able to meet. Even what happens if they met at a catch weight. So those are the fights you want to see.
Let's look at Pacquiao's knockout ratio once he started moving up in weight. Had a whole conversation with somebody about 3 years ago about this. He didn't have any more knockouts once he started moving up to welterweight. 0, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look right now.
The knockout stopped. Look at how many went to decision.
Yeah, I mean, he really hadn't. All right, so he actually, he got, as a matter of fact, he got KO'd by Marquez.
By Marquez. I don't think he had a knockout once he went to welterweight. I could be wrong. Maybe the first fight.
Well, he knocked. That was at welterweight.
You broke up. What's that?
He knocked out Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton.
That was at welterweight, though. But that was like his last KO, basically. Well, no, he took out Miguel Cotto too. Yeah, so basically, all right. So he moved up to super welterweight when he fought Antonio Margarito. From that point on, there was all decisions. Well, he TK'd Lucas Matisse, but that was at welterweight. He beat Keith Thurman. Yeah, he didn't. He definitely lost power as he went up. Yep.
But I
think that.
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
Zoo
I'm sorry.
Crawford yet. I don't think that fight could happen for another 1.5 years, 2 years. But when it happens, if Zoo stays on this path, I think I would pick Zoo. If he stays on this path. Money changes the world too. We just said that at the beginning of the show. What is money going to do to this kid Zoo?
Yeah. Guys, hold on for a minute. I got to get my phone charger. I mean, my computer charger. You guys talk for a minute.
Yeah. So, Gary, any news like around Australia this morning about the fight that you hear?
I just saw it on the news. They're all talking about well, obviously the fight and it was mainly the post-fight comments they're all talking about.
Well, was there any post comments that were made over there that we didn't see?
Well, you heard what he said about Charlo, right?
I heard that.
Calling him an angry man and this and that. But nah, that was all that I saw. That was all that I've seen so far.
I'll tell you what, I've seen more words out of Tim Tszyu than I've seen in Costa Tsz유's entire career last night.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's so arrogant. You can tell he's very cocky. But during the fight, though, he had his head on. He had his head on. It's just the way he was speaking after the fight. I think a lot of Aussies didn't like that.
Listen, you were with us last night. I said it and I stuck with it. First round, second round, Harrison landed a few jabs. He looked okay, but he wasn't moving at all.
Yeah, he wasn't doing any damage though.
Nothing.
That's my point. Doing any, you were right. You know, man, you couldn't even. It wasn't hurting Tszyu.
He did absolutely zero damage to that kid. He did get him a knot in the eye, but you know, Joe, if you go back and look at the interview, remember when I said they needed to just push it out with the end swell?
Yeah,
it wasn't even there.
Better. Yeah,
I mean, so they also had a real professional corner, and what I did like. A lot of times when fathers get in the corners, it's destruction. Costa Tszyu did the right thing by staying away from that corner.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I could go back. A lot of fighters had to fire their fathers or get rid of their fathers, or they got beat up bad because of their fathers.
Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't even show him at the fight.
I don't know.
You're 100% right about him, you know.
I don't think
I think he was there. I think he was there, but yeah.
You know, and they're also different. The foreigners don't they let their kids get the limelight, except for the UK guys. I've never seen these other countrymen jump in and take the spotlight away from their kids. He really let his son be his son's star last night.
I can't imagine Costa doing that. His personality is not like that. Even after he retired, he's very, very quiet, very low key guy. He's a family man.
But this
Talk
kid,
about a fighter's dad overshadowing his son. Buster Douglas's dad. That was hilarious.
oh,
He came into the fight. He was in the corner, but the name on the back of his shirt didn't say Buster Douglas. It had his dad's name on the back. I guess his dad was a fighter.
his father was a fighter.
Yeah.
You know who was another one? Judah's father. Remember Zab Judah's dad?
Oh yeah, he was always in the mix.
That guy
Danny
was-
Garcia's another one. His dad,
Well,
Angel Garcia. He's always in talking shit.
Danny Garcia actually met down here, and he says, you know, he was in the middle of making a decision. He had just lost, I think, to Thurman. Is that the first loss?
Yeah. Yep.
And he did better than people thought. I thought he
did, yep.
could do as well as he did either.
Mhm.
And really contemplating parting ways with his father that way, but he couldn't do it because he said his father wouldn't be able to even have a relationship with him if they did it.
You think that's a fight that can be made, like Tszyu, because of the weight class? Tszyu against Garcia.
I think it could be made, but I don't think Danny Garcia's got enough for him. Danny Garcia doesn't have enough movement.
He
And
definitely does. Yep.
Believe it or not, time flies. Danny Garcia is a little older already.
Yep. Yep. You know who I liked for a while was Keith Thurman.
Me too.
Then he just stopped, like, because he had that injury, missed 2 years, and like he kind of like, he didn't do that good against Pacquiao. But
I thought
he beat Danny Garcia, split decision.
I thought Thurman was going to be a legit star in boxing.
Yep.
You know, and it happens. And
Yeah, Thurman was his first loss, Danny Garcia. Yep. He was 33-0 at that point.
you know what I was trying to think of last night, and I couldn't find the damn thing on Google. And when the time flipped, I said, you know what, we got to go to bed. Shane Mosley lost 2 fights to somebody. Do you remember who he lost to? And he fought the guy in the amateurs, and he lost to him there too.
Shane Mosley, 2 fights. I know he beat De La Hoya twice.
The guy came out of nowhere and beat him bad twice. Vernon Forrest, I think it was.
Oh yeah, he rest in peace, Vernon Forrest. Yep, he beat him 2 times. He couldn't. Yep.
Vernon Forrest, if you look at the odds for those fights, the first time they all said after he beat him it was a fluke, Sugar Shane was off. Came back the second fight and destroyed him more.
Yep. Yeah, man, that was crazy what happened to him.
Sugar Shane was Sugar Shane at that time.
That was a prime Sugar Shane. Yep.
And another fight I think we should look at is Mosley De La Hoya too.
Yeah, I thought De La Hoya won one of those fights.
The second.
Yep.
De La Hoya's
Yeah,
been
Vernon
unlucky in a
Forrest.
few
Yep.
fights.
They fought 2 times in 6 months, and yeah, he lost both unanimous decisions. Yep. Winky Wright, he was good. I liked Winky Wright.
Winky Wright was good until he
Winky Wright beat him back to back too. He was beat Mosley 2 times in back to back.
Wright fought somebody who gave him a tattooing. I can't think of it off the top of my head, and he was never the same again.
Who that fought
Winky Wright.
Someone he fought?
Yeah, he lost. Winky Wright's first loss did a lot of damage. I'm going to look at it right now. I can't think of.
Winky Wright, his first loss was against Julio Cesar Vasquez.
I gave him a beating.
Yeah, it looks like a unanimous decision for the light middleweight title.
But he punished him. Joey punished him during the fight.
Yeah, I don't remember that fight. That fight was
Joey Melrose said that his promoters had him do that to promote further fights. It's a possibility. I don't know anything about his promoters, Joey, but a lot of promoters tell you to, rouse things up for the future.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
So I'm going to say good point, Joey. I think you're right, buddy.
Yep, Joey. I agree with you 110%.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you got to look at it this way. If I'm a fighter and I'm an average fighter, and then Floyd Mayweather says, I want you. Well, guess what? Floyd Mayweather just got you the biggest payday of your life. How much hatred could you have towards that man at the end of that fight when he got you more money than you probably made your whole career combined? So, would you really hate that guy at the end of the day? You're just doing it to build up the fight.
That's why they're so nice to each other after the fight. They're like, oh, thank you so much.
They do it to build up the fight.
Doing Charo. You know what's going to be the delay? You're going to have a bidding war on where that fight's going to go.
Yeah. We
were talking about it last night. Australia has put so much money into boxing in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They've actually put it that they want to promote and they want to bring it back to that soccer stadium where Gambosa Jr. fought. I think the fight's going to happen in Australia, the first one.
Honestly, the fights like we were talking about Anthony Joshua, man, he's got 100,000 people in that stadium. He's going to come to the United States for what reason? You know what I mean? Like,
to get his ass kissed and knocked out. Exactly what happened.
Like the show that, like, Tim Tszyu, it was pretty impressive when he came in the ring. They had the fire. They put on like a pretty good
they put a lot of money
show
into
for
that.
Tim Tszyu. You know what I mean? So it looked these other countries most definitely.
Well, you see some of the way the UK fighters come out. It's amazing. It's a whole show.
They put on a massive, put on a really nice show for the British.
Look at the Prince Nassim walkouts.
Oh yeah, they were.
Even when he came to Garden, even when he came to Madison Square Garden to fight Kevin, it just became everybody wanted to see how he was going to come in. I remember
like Aladdin or something like that on his special.
That was against Marco Antonio Barrera in Convention Hall in Atlantic City. Came in on a flying carpet.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So that arena they were in, it had 11,000 people.
Last night?
Yep.
Sold out.
I'm telling you, they probably could have filled up a 20,000 seat arena because it seemed like that place was rocking.
Oh, it was.
And that's to fight Tony Harrison. Could you imagine if he's fighting a bigger name?
Well, if he fights the bigger name, they're going to move it to a soccer stadium because the Gambosa's fight, they brought over, I want to say 70 to 80,000 people were at that fight.
Yeah.
Well, Kudos Bank, where they fought yesterday, it's still pretty big, 21,000 capacity. So that was only half full yesterday.
So, you know, they're getting fans over there.
I mean, it was, yeah, I'm looking at the photos from the fight. They had the freaking fire. They had his name in fire.
Did you hear when Harrison came out? Did you hear all the boos?
Yeah.
But I tell you, going back to watch it when I was concentrating on that just solely, there were a few thousand people there for Harrison.
Yeah, a lot of Aussies were going for Harrison.
And I couldn't understand that this morning when I was watching it.
Yeah, because like he was saying, he is a cocky son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed Aussies don't really like, even with our own athletes.
And if the fight was to be in America, it can only be in Vegas because of the dollar amount now. You can't go to a Staples Center. You can't go to the Garden. You need casino money involved in that fight.
You don't think that the Arabs will try to get it?
I don't know what Australians' relationship are with the Saudis. I heard there was
not the best. Not the best.
That's
It's
what I
not
was.
the best?
I read something. I was interested, but it said that Australia don't get along with Saudi that good.
Yeah, we don't have the best relationship.
So
yeah, but they could definitely put up the most money, I believe.
That's what I was gonna say. If the money's right, yeah.
If the money's right, they'd have to fix a few other things before they make the fight, though, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be fighting over there. Like, I don't think that these golfers should be playing for live and everything. You know, because a lot of people don't understand. But if you're a New Yorker and you have ties here, you know what I'm talking about. And
I disagree with fighting there altogether.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they should fight there.
I think that was a big mistake, but that's something that, look, they had two shots. It was either Saudi Arabia or fight somewhere over here. And Tommy Fury has a problem that's still going, getting into the United States. And it seems to be with an Irish organized crime member.
Who, Fury?
They won't let him into the country.
That's why they didn't let him into the country when they got him.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I guess Tyson Fury don't have that problem. I mean, that's something I'd really like to read more into because they're brothers, but they really weren't close until Tommy Fury was on that reality show. They have different mothers.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yes, they were raised separate. Tommy Fury got to know his brother in the last couple of years. Well.
That relationship be like, if you have a half sibling that you have like the same dad and different mothers, I don't think they would be as close as like two siblings that have the same mom. For some reason, I get that appearance.
I've heard that before.
You know.
They say it's different.
Yeah.
If they have the same mum, they're closer, I think. Something like that, or vice versa.
I'll tell you the difference that I see. Tyson Fury makes a big thing about being the Gypsy King and he lived like a gypsy, right? I didn't see that at all from Tommy Fury or him even talk about that. And that's a big part of Tyson Fury's life, the gypsy life.
Yep.
He's getting away from it now, but I've never heard Tommy Fury mention it once. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't believe that Tyson Fury's dad, John, had a big relationship with Tommy until the last few years, going by what I see. Because the father lives the gypsy life too, they said.
Yep.
So I think the mom of Tommy Fury kept him completely away from that.
What is the gypsy life, though? Like what? They move around a lot? I mean, I don't know. Like,
he still has on his estate the what do you call that? The RV, the Winnebago. He's the one that he was living out of and traveling around the country in. He ain't getting rid of it. You know, they ran circuses, they ran street food, stuff like that. You know, very
part of his character too. You know, he uses that as his character as well.
Yeah, I mean, the first fight against Wilder, if you go back, it was all about the gypsy life.
Yeah, that's part of his image, I think.
Now, I think he was broken out of it a little bit by the time he got to Wilder, But before he went into the depression and took the leave of absence from boxing, it was all about being a gypsy. Once he fought Klitschko and had the money, here came the Ferraris, the mansions, you know. But it's still what a lot of people remembered him by was the gypsy man, you know, the gypsy king up until the fight. So they had to go back and actually, because if you look at the tapes, and I've met Tyson Fury, if you look at the tapes, and I've seen him in person a few times, he didn't dress well at all. Now he's walking around in Louis Vuitton with Gucci shoes and some other Vuitton shoes.
Yep.
When I met him, no. None of it. And he had money. He had money when I met him.
That idiot Conor McGregor. He's always in some like expensive shit now.
How about?
I guess when you got money, I would do that too.
Look, we would all do it, but you know what? Conor McGregor can't run out of money. He's got something that's going to pay him for the rest of his life.
Proper 12.
The whiskey and something else he did. He took money yearly for the rest of his life. Smart. But he just went out and bought, not just recently, 2 years ago, he bought a Lamborghini yacht, a custom-made Lamborghini yacht.
Wow.
Bright orange. Joe, you got to look it up. What a boat. But shit,
I'd
whatever.
love to hang out with him.
I've still never heard of that Lamborghini yacht.
It is. Joe, look at this yacht. Somebody Google this Lamborghini yacht that Conor McGregor got. I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
Really? I'm going to look it up.
He just went out and bought a 150-foot yacht.
That to me is like, that's excessive, but I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's the hits he got on YouTube with his Lamborghini yacht probably paid for the Lamborghini yacht if he's getting any kind of thing off of that.
Yeah, I mean, because isn't there a lot of upkeep on a yacht too?
And every time you bring it back, there's 3 to 4 hours of work that needs to be done just flushing the engine out. So, and with that, you need a staff. A boat of that size, you need a staff. You know, you need a licensed captain and all that shit. I'm sure Conor McGregor in the middle of training didn't go get a captain's license. I mean, you have to have certain maritime credentials to drive a boat of that size. I know down here, everybody with a 60, is it 60 or 65? You have to go through all kinds of classes. I mean, they're driving out in the backyard right now. I'm watching them drive by. I mean, it's 60 to 60. You need to do like close to 80 hours of schooling and everything.
Yeah, I'm looking at the boat now. Holy shit.
You seen it?
Lamborghini boat.
Now, I would also like to know, did Lamborghini make a deal with him because it's one of the first ones that are out? You know,
yeah.
Conor, here, take this boat. And I'm sure Lamborghini's one of the companies. Maybe they said, we're going to give you a boat so you get us publicity.
I doubt he paid full price.
I don't think so. That thing's got to be a fortune. I don't even know what the price of that is.
He owns more than one yacht, too.
Yeah.
He's got a Prestige 750 that cost $3.5 million.
That's 3.5 million. Yeah.
He owns 2 yachts.
What's the Lamborghini price? Does it have
3.5 million?
3.5? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
3.5. His other yacht, I'm looking at a picture of it. It has a water slide, like this big ass water slide that hangs over the boat. That shit's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, if you look around, you see things. Now, these are things we should do in the show. How many people even know this guy was into yachts?
Yeah, it's the first I heard. I didn't
know it either.
You know, I started looking him up and looking more into him for a certain project that we didn't do. I mean, he's got yachts. He had a farm. There's things that these people will never know about him that it's interesting to do a little documentary before it hits mainstream TV someday.
Yep. That yacht is shit, man.
That's badass, bro.
Nice. Holy shit. Got like a pool on the top. Man, I'd live on that boat.
Oh, without a doubt. There's a lot of people that live on them down here in Los Olos. They have boats that don't move, and that's their homes. I'll tell you who's got you know who's got one of the nicest yachts I've seen? Mike Bloomberg down here.
Really?
Yeah, it's like mahogany wood, and his next door neighbor is Judge Judy.
Unreal. Unreal.
I went on a tour. I seen Evel Knievel's boat. He lost it in a poker game to the guy who's driving it now. I mean, there's some stuff here. Athletes and politicians got boats down here. What? That's a politician? Yeah, politicians got a $12 million yacht out there.
Yep.
Well, look at the guy from the Redskins. He's got a 160-seat movie theater in his yacht. Daniel Snyder.
Yeah, the Redskins owner.
He's got, I think they said, if I'm not mistaken, it's the size of a football field or bigger.
Wow.
Bono from U2. Bono, he's got a 200-foot yacht that's $22 million.
Send me the picture of it. I'll put it up.
Send it a Lamborghini one, Joe.
Yeah, send me the Lamborghini one. I'll put it up.
See, they put me to work here.
No, he didn't.
I know, I'm breaking.
Lee Cole wasn't fired. He didn't say that. What's up, then?
Jen's looking it up. Daniel Snyder's boat was $192 million. That's
what happened to
the
Lee
owner
Cole?
of the
Is he
Washington.
okay?
Yeah, he's just being silly.
You talked to him?
No, someone in chat said that you guys fired him. He's just joking. He wasn't fired.
No. He's not fired. Lee is his own entity, Lee. He can come on whenever he wants. Lee's got his shows going on. He's got a lot of work he's doing. Lee's a silent partner. That's what it is. Yeah, he's a silent partner.
Lee knows that he always has an open invitation.
Anytime.
Definitely. Okay, I sent it to you.
Sent you one as well. Lauren.
Yes.
Yep, got it. I mean, that's my dad.
192 million.
It's my dad.
Dad.
I honestly thought that was true when I first started watching this.
Same.
It's a controversial.
I was telling Jen the other night, I said, I swear to God, I thought Lauren was his daughter.
Do you think he could produce something like me? That's crazy.
No, I don't. But you know what?
He said, no, I know.
Did Angel say the day me, you, Angel, and Lee were on the phone that Angel thought that was one of my first shows?
Yes, Angel at one point thought that I was Lee's daughter because I stayed for a while. I stayed anonymous and private, like people didn't know who I was because of all this disgusting things that they do to people online. So, long story short, because I was anonymous, people speculated that I could be Lee's daughter.
And just so
Yep.
to answer the point before, I left the YouTube running because I just fell asleep last night. I seen what that guy said about he has to make enemies to hustle. I thought that was disgusting.
Uh-huh.
Anybody
Did he
he's
say
friends
that?
with,
I'll
watch
stab
out
in the back.
because he needs you to be his enemy at some point.
Yep.
He'll turn on you just for views.
Who said that?
Anything for a story. Anything for
Lee
some
said that?
content.
He
Oh,
came
yeah.
right out
No,
and
not
said it,
Lee.
though. I need an enemy at all times.
Yes, you did.
Joke.
What a
So
clown.
that means
Oh,
that he'll
I
turn
got
on
the
any
text
friend
messages,
for
don't worry.
content. If you think it's going to make him money, that means he'll turn on you.
What a clown.
Yeah.
Yep.
And don't believe that these guys are not working. I mean, come on, man. They think that people think they're really slick because, you know, I got into an argument with someone and like we were battling. What I did to this person was not even close to what someone else did to that person. But yet He's friends with that person, but no longer speaks to me. So do some really,
Well, you
like,
refuse to.
think about it. I didn't target his family. I
Well-
didn't do anything. But the person that was targeting his family, putting pictures up, doing that whole thing, they seem to have worked out their differences, and they made money in the process. There it is, the Lamborghini
Is the
boat.
picture not going up? Oh, you see it? See
Yeah,
the
but
difference
make
is,
it
Joe,
bigger.
you don't want to make amends either, though. You haven't tried. There's nothing. Regardless, look at the Lamborghini boat. That's beautiful.
Is that a boat or what?
Okay, so it says, yeah, it says the world's highest paid athlete is clearly enjoying his vast wealth. On Tuesday, UFC star Conor McGregor, who earned $180 million last year, unveiled a new extravagant purchase, a $3.6 million. What is that word? Technomar for Lamborghini 36 speedboat. Sorry if I said it wrong, but wow, that's some boat. How fast does it go? Tony, do you know how fast
No
it goes?
idea. I just started seeing it
knots.
speak, but there's something that none of us knew.
Yeah, I didn't even
It's
know they
got
had a Lamborghini.
Got two engines
Oh,
that
yeah,
each
it's right
have
there.
2,000 horsepower.
Joe, I just sent you a screenshot and I sent you an article. Look at the screenshot of Snyder's boat, what it's worth.
Jeez.
Did you get it?
Yep.
$192 million luxury yacht is has a 2-deck IMAX theater, a 201-inch outdoor television, and a beach club on the boat.
It's like a cruise ship.
Interactive dance floor. The yacht is as long as a football field.
Oh,
So that's a
picture.
300+ foot boat.
It has a helicopter landing pad on it.
Oh yeah, I seen that in the video I watched that night.
Land the helicopter on it.
And the reason he bought that boat is because there was a reporter from ESPN that made up a story about him and her, and that's what he did for his wife to make up with her.
You got to see the inside of this thing. Holy shit.
Whose
It's
boat
like
are you in?
he has a pool, an indoor pool, but it's like all glass.
You're on Daniel
Like
Snyder?
there's a bar there. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, there's so many intriguing stories in sports. It's ridiculous. People don't know these things. People don't look. You bring it to fruition.
Okay. He has multiple pools on it.
He's got 3 pools on that boat. He has a private pool for him and his wife. He has an indoor pool for everybody if the weather's bad, and he has an outdoor pool for everybody.
It says the Lady S Super Yacht has to be its IMAX Dolby Cinema, a first in the world of super yachts.
Yep.
So it has a 12-seat movie theater in there. Holy shit.
Look at the jacuzzi on that one.
Yeah. Did you get that text, Lauren?
Yeah. I'm doing it right now.
Yep.
You got to email it to me next time. It's easier, but that's fine. I got it.
That's unbelievable. That's too much.
Look at that.
I mean,
pool.
I'd take a rowboat right now.
I mean, that makes you sick to see that kind of money that people are just playing with.
I know when there's more important things really he can put that money to.
You know what, Jerry? You're 100% right, but to them, that's play. That's like being cards.
Yeah.
The theater,
play
it has
money.
a 201. This yacht has a 201-inch outdoor television and a beach club.
Yeah, it's like they did it after a Club Med. He said he built it. It's an identical mini replica of the Club Med beach. I think in what the hell was the thing they said? Somewhere off of Jamaica, Turks and Caicos.
You know what? They're saying that a lot of these Russian oligarchs, they have some crazy boats too.
Well, look at the one Trump bought that time for his ex-wife.
The Arabs too, and the Saudis, and they all have
Oh yeah.
amazing. They got so much money they don't even know how to spend it.
What
All
is
that
going
oil
on?
money.
The
It's
thing is this, man, 192-foot yacht. I mean, if you really think about it, like
192.
how many?
That's a 300-foot yacht.
Right. So,
The
how many
football field.
people would you consider in your inner circle? 10, 20 people, maybe. That boat's huge for 10, 20 people. Hey, Down Neck, how are you?
I don't know how he gets people on that boat. I mean, it's him, his wife, and they have a very small inner circle. Let's say they got 30 in each family. That's only 60 people on a football field.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm sorry. For some reason, my Gmail's working slow right now. I think my signal went a little slow.
I'm trying to see how many
Jeez.
bedrooms this boat has.
Joey Melrose. It's the Commanders,
Hey,
which is a
Down Neck, how
shame.
are you?
Wait for the Atlanta Braves. They're going to be changing their name too soon.
How about this, Joe? It has accommodations for 33 crew members, and then it can accommodate 12 guests.
Jeez.
What are the bedrooms? The size of a house?
There has to be.
This is
say
right
that the movie
here.
theater is so big, with 2
Still
levels,
loaded.
that they had to build the yacht around the movie theater.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I take a 50-foot boat. Oh,
Cletus
other
made a
thing.
good comment. Those yachts come with 30 to 40
is.
member staff. So you need staff on that boat. He wouldn't be driving it himself. Yeah.
No, it takes 33 crew members,
Yeah.
including
That
the
thing's
captain.
huge.
It's
It's
as
huge.
big as a football. Lauren, it's as big as a football field.
It's as big as my apartment complex. Wow.
I mean,
And
that's
Imagine that.
I'd be worried about
Whole Russia. It says the
Jack
whole
by those
Russia-Ukraine war that resulted in Oh, I guess that has nothing to do with it. But wow.
no.
So that's the front of it right there.
That's it.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
And would you say he bought it for his wife because he did something to her or his girlfriend?
There was a reporter on ESPN. There was a lady reporter on ESPN who was covering the Redskins. And there was a lot of turmoil around this lady reporter. And then she said she was with Daniel Snyder as well. And his wife caused the whole thing, and he denied it. And he went out and bought it a ship. That ain't a boat. That's a ship. That's not a yacht. That's a ship.
Yeah, that's a ship. It is.
That's the
It's
size of a cruise
ship.
boat.
Yeah, that's a cruise ship. Yes, you're right.
I mean,
It's,
but to accommodate 12 guests on a football field sized boat, there's got to be
like
things
an
in that are ridiculous. I mean, so all right, he's got a nightclub.
That's crazy.
Him and his wife and 10 others are in there.
prime example of what I was saying when you fight a big name. So this Islam Mahashif, he called out Conor McGregor. You know why? Because if they make that fight, Conor McGregor doesn't deserve that fight. But
Not at
it's
all.
the biggest money fight. So,
Well, that's
but all
why
that shit backfired when he did that shit with Khabib. He was trying to be nice to Khabib in the ring. Khabib was like, F you.
Khabib don't deal with that shit.
They went after his dad, his religion. That was some stupid shit he did.
Not only that, he's sitting there, he's saying "Assalamu alaikum" with the whiskey bottle in his hand.
Yeah, being an
That's
idiot.
disrespectful. Yeah.
You know, it comes a time when respect and disrespect, and he embarrassed them. Literally embarrassed him in the ring when he had to at the end.
He
Oh, that
dissed
was
his
beautiful
dad.
when Khabib was on top of him and he's like, keep talking, boom, keep talking, boom. Just kept
Now, I'll
Mhm.
tell you what. I'll tell you what I didn't like about the Khabib Conor McGregor fight when they jumped in the ring after the fight with the attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
That's not,
lucky. They're lucky that that stadium didn't erupt, that arena didn't erupt, because there's kids all over that place now in their
Oh, yeah.
20s.
we had that happen in Australia at a it was just an undercard, and then because a lot of the bikies kind of back up one fighter, then another biker group backs up another fighter, and it turned into, it was literally like 100 people fighting. It just went insane. Like there's chairs flying, tables, there's families with children. It was crazy. It was
I'm
crazy.
just
That
shocked. And
fight was Vegas.
that fight was in Vegas, but I'm shocked because I know the kids from New York. There's a group of them that fly out there. There's groups from all over the country that fly out for that fight. It ain't like when we were 20 and 21 and we didn't have the money to do this. These kids got money now.
Oh,
They're lucky
Mhm.
there was 10,000 people jumping in there riding, like at the
Yeah.
Garden Riddick Bowe fight that night with Galata.
Yep.
That turned into a nightmare. They suspended boxing for 5 years from Madison Square Garden. They didn't even
Yep.
want to talk about boxing.
Yeah, that was. But in Vegas, normally Vegas is very, very lax in reporting stuff because they, I heard there was people fighting in the streets over it. It's not,
but it doesn't.
because they control the media, the casinos, and they don't want it getting out that, it was chaos in the street because these families, like you said, kids are going to that. But
Well,
honestly, I wouldn't bring my kid to a Yankee game. I mean, honestly, I've been to so many Yankee games, and every time I go to a Yankee game, there's some 50-year-old, 60-year-old dudes drunk, cursing and screaming, throwing stuff at people. I mean, you're there with your 8-year-old kid. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I went to a Florida Panthers hockey game with my girlfriend just to sit and to see it, because we sat in the club section. There was a drunk saying shit, like maybe the next section over to us. My age, why are you a grown man with your kids sitting there cursing and berating people? It wasn't even a big game. They were playing the Dallas Stars, but we had a good time. We never seen it together, and we wanted to go. And you just get these people that start screaming and yelling all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, there's certain things. Football games are not for kids. That is a drunk, rowdy crowd.
I would love to get my brother on here. My brother is crazy. Okay, now he's 280, 300 pounds. He could handle himself. And let me tell you something. I was so pissed at him because he put on his Curtis Martin Jet jersey, okay, and drove to Oakland and went when the Jets played the Raiders in the final game of the season in 2002, I believe it was, and John Hall kicked that field goal to win the game. They had to security had to escort my brother out of the stadium. That's how dangerous it was. Throwing batteries, drinks going crazy.
Now,
I'm like, bro,
beat somebody up or brain damage?
Yeah. Yes, they throw you off the freaking bleachers. Yeah, it's crazy in Oakland. I couldn't believe he did that. I was so pissed. I'm like, bro, come on.
How about this? Oakland's only down to a baseball team. I mean, the Warriors were close. The Warriors aren't nowhere near there no more. The 49ers moved from where they were in San Francisco because they were in the bad end. The new Levi Stadium is in like the boondocks.
Yeah.
Northern California's got some crap going on there with the fans.
It was like one of the most dangerous things. I mean, it was just like, I'm like, because you could be a tough guy. You could handle yourself, but when you're talking about there's like 60, 70,000 people at the stadium, I mean, you could wind up getting killed.
Well, they did it. They do it. They did it in the parking lot to somebody.
Yeah.
And it was a Raider game.
Yeah. I would have never did that.
Do you remember when had the hockey team? The Golden
They had
Seal.
a.
Yeah,
I don't
Golden
remember
Seal.
that.
I believe they became the Cleveland team, and then they eventually became the New Jersey Devils.
Oakland. That was a long time ago.
It was
Oakland Seals.
Seals. Look it up. Golden Seals. Let me see. I'm looking it up too. I'm just thinking of it now because there was a bad incident there.
You guys hear the background noise from my place over here?
Very little.
Okay, good. I started the dishwasher. So down neck, Tony. This is Tony
What's up,
Silo
Down
over
Neck?
here with the glasses. Tony Silo is one of Joe's partners with his sports content.
Joe, it's the California Golden Seals.
Yeah. Yep. From 67 to 76.
Right.
Yep.
Somebody
Mhm.
got killed there in the parking lot, and that's why they closed that team up. That was in Oakland.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. I
What's
didn't
up,
even know that
BK?
they had a hockey.
What's up down there? How you doing, BK?
BK, what up, bro?
You should see some of these soccer games in Europe, like in Russia and England, where they actually organize fights afterwards, literally like 50 on 50.
All right, Joe. The Golden Seals became the Kansas City Scouts. They went out of business. The Minnesota North Stars. They went out of business, and then they became the Cleveland Barons to the New Jersey Devils.
Wow.
There's a lot of history.
Minnesota. Yeah, man. Oakland is just Oakland's tough. They got very, very passionate fans.
And there are a lot of gangs up in the Oakland area.
Mm-hmm.
Oakland's
Yeah,
the
I
Bay,
mean, it's
right?
like yep.
What they call the Bay,
Oakland's
yeah.
the Bay.
To be honest, I
That
just
would
heard
be
it
a
through
good-
music.
Joey, I'm feeling
Yeah.
better, but still working at it. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. I think I got the article where someone got killed.
Oh, you're welcome, down Nick. If anybody in chat has not, I'm going to put Jerry link in chat, so make sure you subscribe over to Jerry.
Yeah, I always forget to do
I
that.
know.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'll promote you. Are
Thank
you
you.
sending me something, Joe?
No,
Oh. He's reading something.
no, I'm not. I'm actually, yeah.
I found
Jeez.
the Steeler fan got killed going down the escalator.
Jesus.
These stadiums, they do get
Clint
rowdy.
Malarchuk. Holy shit. You guys know about Clint Malarchuk? He
I heard
played
of him.
for the Quebec Nordiques.
Yes.
He got
I
his
know.
throat slashed on the ice. It hit his
Oh.
jugular and he almost died.
Yeah, but that
Slicing
was
his carotid
that was-
artery and partially slicing his jugular.
I actually seen that. That was from the blade of the skate. And so
Right.
is Rick
Yep.
McLeish on the Philadelphia Flyers. Same thing.
Yep. That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
That you know who else was that? I just seen something on it. The hit against he played for the Red Wings. What was his name? The Russian guy hit him and like destroyed his face. He like hit him into the I forget how he got hit, but he really like missed a year or whatever. They say it was like an illegal hit from behind.
Yes, down there.
Okay,
And he
here's
like dislocated the guy's jaw. He almost died on the ice, the guy.
yeah, here's one I got for you. And I don't remember it. I've never been to the stadium. How about the Los Angeles Dodgers and San Francisco Giants? okay, which is again from up in the Bay Area, the Giants. Let's not forget. At the end of the game in the parking lot, resulted in the death of Jonathan Denver, a Dodgers fan, who got a fatal altercation with Michael Montgomery, a Giants fan, while visiting San Francisco for a Dodger Giants series. Unfortunately, the violence took place in the parking lot, and he was killed.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's a baseball game. They kill
Yeah.
him. So, how do you feel safe taking your son or your daughter to a game? And a lot of young girls are interested in sports now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, take me. You know, fathers who don't know these things. Oh, you know what, honey? Take a. I don't want to go with my daughter. You end up in the middle of a riot at a sporting event.
It's crazy. My daughter is so into sports.
Okay, so you're going to take her to a game by yourself, we'll say, one night, and a brawl breaks out, and it's you and her there.
I would never. I would never
mean,
take her by myself. Yeah.
How about back in the day when the Rangers, and I'm going back into the 80s, when they played the Flyers, the Islanders, and the Bruins, there was a brawl at every hockey game. Every game.
Yeah.
I took her to an
Flyers
Rangers
forget
Islander
about it.
game. She likes the Rangers. We went to a Rangers Islander game. We've been to so many Yankee games, but I've always gone with not just me and her. There's local teams though that the kids like to go to, you know, like Long Island teams, whatever the local teams. Those are good for the kids.
I had a guy that I was doing some business with. He played for the Long Island Ducks.
Yeah.
I don't, are they still out there?
Yeah, they're still out there. And you know who, Bud Harrelson signed the ball for her one day. Bud Harrelson is one of the managers over there, or he used to be, and he signed a ball for her once he gave it to her. So we have a ball signed by Buddy.
Yeah, I think he went there after he was the manager of the Mets. I think he became a big guy with the organization. How about when the New Bears had a minor league baseball team? So I was friends with Ricky Henderson. I met him through Mickey Rivers, Joe, who you know. All right? He invited me to a game in Newark. So I take my two kids over there. What a disaster. There were more fights at this baseball stadium. I think they went into the stadium so they could fight.
Yeah.
And
Probably.
Rick Henderson was making a comeback, and he was playing for the Newark Bears. Look that one up. Nobody knows that Ricky Henderson came back playing for the Newark Bears.
Really?
Yeah, let me see.
Didn't he play in the Major League till he was like 46 years old?
Well, how about the other
Some
guy?
crazy shit.
Remember the guy Julio Franco?
Definitely.
Played Braves, and he finished
played
up with the.
Yep.
How about that? He was 54 when he retired.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's some Satchel Paige shit.
There was a big discrepancy that nobody really knew his age. Nobody knew anything about his background. They were saying maybe 41, 42. He was 54 in his last game.
Yep. Yeah, they always
Joe.
doctor their Kane Page.
Kane
Nope, I'm gonna
link.
hold on, I'll send it to him.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, those guys from from Cuba and shit like that, they their age, check their freaking birth certificate, because even El Duque or whatever, how old was El Duque?
No, nobody knows.
Yeah, he's probably like 63 years old.
The 45-year-old Ricky Henderson resigns with the Newark Bears. That was his last year.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I just.
Yeah, so Julio Franco. Wow. He played from 82 to 2007.
Yeah.
And
So
I think it says right here that it says that he played from 1982 to 2007, so that's 25 years. And when he retired, he was 136 years old.
I mean, and he looked like an old guy in his last couple of years.
Oh, here
was
he is.
born
Shout out to King Shades.
1958.
Mr.
Hey,
Shane,
He allegedly, and he retired.
Hey, what's going on?
how are you?
how are you,
Nothing
Kate?
much. I was
49
hearing
years
about
old.
brawls, about sports brawls. Man, the Miami Hurricanes Florida State games. Oh man, there've been some crazy brawls there in those games that broke out in the stadiums,
Is
especially in
that like
Tallahassee.
the biggest rivalry? Those
Yeah. You could look at YouTube videos of all those brawls. Oh man, they break out inside the stadium. Those are crazy fights.
It's like Ohio State and Michigan.
So just going to the look, picture this. To get to the Florida State stadium, you have to walk through campus, those dorms, and you got those drunk college kids throwing shit at you and all types of shit. Oh man, it's those college games get vicious.
I
Yep.
tell you what, down in Miami, Kane Shades, the Miami Hurricanes versus the Oklahoma Sooners with Brian Bosworth. They actually held Bosworth out of the game.
Oh yeah.
They made up. I seen it on 30-30. They held Bosworth out of the game because they were literally afraid somebody was going to kill him for the statements he made.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were still a
What I
brawl.
was,
There
what I
still
was talking about was Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, that
He
was
hit-
crazy. And
he
they
hit
were
Chris Draper, and that shit went nuts. He broke his face in like 100 different places. They were scrapping on the ice in the stands. It was crazy.
Yo, who got his face damaged? The Russian guy, right?
No, Chris Draper did. The
Chris
Russian guy, Claude Lemieux, hit him, or the Canadian guy.
The French Canadian, Claude Lemieux.
Yeah,
That
he
guy,
hit him into the boards. Yep.
that guy, and Ulf Samuelsson, a Swedish player,
Ulf
Ulf-
Samuelsson.
took out one of the best hockey players in the NHL at the time, Cam Neely. He destroyed his hips with the most dirtiest shot I've ever seen. He was never the same. But the Claude Lemieux hit, Claude Lemieux stayed out of certain games in arenas because of how dirty he was.
Yeah.
What happened to King Shades? I walked away for a second. Did he? What
He
happened?
dropped
He
out.
must have
That-
lost it.
Had some internet problems.
He's having internet problems. So here's what I'm going to do for Kane Shades. Blame it on me. It's my internet is why he got knocked off.
Yeah, same with me.
Do you remember the story of Pete Rose when he came in with the spikes up? I don't know. Was it Bob Fosse or some shit? He like hit him in the throat with the
No.
spikes, ruined his career.
That was Bud Harrelson with the spikes up. Bob Fosse is when he took him out at the All-Star game.
That's what it was. Okay. Mhm.
He was the catcher.
Right.
And he was never expecting it because it was an All-Star game and it looked like Lawrence Taylor going after Joe Theismann.
Yep.
Look at that video. It's disgusting.
Yep. It's there's been some crazy shit.
Let me tell you something. I met him at autograph signing with my youngest, and he was with Bud Harrelson. They became a team selling that poster of them two fighting. And until he remembered me from down here, because I got to get him, he was the nastiest piece of garbage to fans you could possibly imagine.
Yep.
And
Listen
that's
to this one. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit.
That's why there's not a bigger push to put him in the Hall of Fame, because fans demand something, they get what they want. There's not no fans demanding Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame as much as you think.
I mean, we all think he should, but to actually go out and like do something about it. I mean,
Yeah, I believe he does belong in there, but I'm not going to these rallies that they were trying to have, the Pete Rose get him in group. I don't got time for that.
but they banned him for gambling. Now, that's all you see with these sports teams is gambling. It's all predicated on gambling now.
Listen, I watched
Football.
the other night. I enjoy watching hockey still, okay? In the middle of the game, even with the basketball games, now the live bet is, as the game goes on, the Knicks were up
Yep.
by 20-something the other
Mhm.
night again.
Yep.
They were playing. The Celtics. Now the live bet is 11.5. The game started 3 the other way. You can bet live during the game now.
Yeah.
So yous are trying to corrupt kids who, you
Yeah.
know what? Go watch the game. Enjoy yourself. You want your kids active, involved in sports, and they're promoting gambling to these kids.
Well, somebody asked in chat before, how come I only stayed for the first half of the Super Bowl? And that's why, because, me and my friend went, somebody got us in, they had tickets, and it's not a place for kids. Once halftime hit, it was time to get out.
Everyone's
Really
drunk
not,
by
especially at a
halftime.
Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, because there's people who bet their houses on these things.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally.
It was a good experience for her to go to, she got to brag to her friends and stuff, and she saw the parade. But at the end of the day, she came, she saw, we go. It's not for kids.
Yeah, my brother is into that. So he called me. This was like 2 weeks ago. The Knicks were playing the Pelicans. And the first half, the Knicks were up by 17. So my brother made a pick on the money line that in the second half, the Pelicans would score more points than the Knicks. Because normally when you're up big, the subs come in. You know what I mean? He wound up losing that because the Knicks, and I think they won by 20-something.
Who?
He lost that bet, my brother.
Oh, really?
How about the game the other night? They were up by 19 against Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Losing the game.
I watched that whole game, and I knew it. I knew
Here he
that
comes.
was going to happen.
You got him, Joe?
Yeah.
Jerry,
knew
try to
that
come
was-
back on your
Try to what?
come back on your phone.
Yeah, I'll try that thing. Okay.
I'll try.
Oh, so another thing is, how crazy sports has gotten? So I think it was the 1984 NBA Finals. The Lakers were running the Celtics out of the gym. And Kurt Rambis is coming down the lane, and Kevin McHale straight up clotheslines him. Like full speed clothesline. He hit his head on the floor. He got a technical foul. He didn't even get thrown out of the game. If he did that now, he'd be suspended for a year. It's crazy how the sports is just amazing.
How about the NBA All-Star game in Las Vegas? And they'll never have another one in Las Vegas again. I don't care what they do. Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Entourage of people out there.
That strip club shit, I think. Yeah.
That
Yep.
it's shot.
I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, they keep that shit on the DL in Vegas. I wasn't there when it happened. I was living in New York.
No, they broke that. He was in. Let me see, Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, man. It was funny story about Floyd Mayweather. This is a matter of record. You could look it up. So I had this friend in Vegas, Greg Bedford, and Greg Bedford thought he was like the ultimate ladies' man. So he was dating a stripper, Greg Bedford. Well, guess who goes in the strip clubs in Vegas? Floyd Mayweather. This was like maybe 20 years ago. Floyd Mayweather is hitting on Bedford's girl. Bedford goes up to Mayweather, says something to Mayweather. Mayweather cracked a champagne bottle over my friend Greg Bedford's head.
Oh.
He got paid like a couple of $100 G's off that, the kid Bedford.
Okay.
Google it. You'll see it's real.
Here you go, Joe.
Floyd Mayweather hit him with a champagne bottle.
Adam Pac-Man Jones ordered to pay $12.4 million after NBA All-Star game in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Strip Club Brawl.
Yep. Mhm. Yep. Those guys go out there and act the fool.
That's crazy.
Are you guys gonna fill out your bracket? I think it's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we're gonna fill it out. Yep. We're gonna get off soon, and we've been on for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm
Jerry,
getting
everything's
hungry.
good?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
It works.
All right, so we're going to do it the other way. We'll talk about it later.
We should do a bracket show.
Yeah,
we'll
tomorrow.
Do something. We'll do something. Yeah, let's do something tomorrow. And normally, though, I need like more than a day for my picks. I like to wait because I like to do some research.
Yeah, on those little schools
Because
that you don't know. about.
Because you know what? It's like because I do a tournament with my family, we do all the CBS sports bracket, and like the winner, gets X amount of dollars. We put up like $50 each. There's like 10 of us, so there's a decent prize.
Well, we should do something on here like that, a little tournament
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I would like to do. I would really love to get Charlie's information and, find out who his favorite athlete is. And I'll hook him up with some nice cards.
Oh, that'd be cool. Cane Shades might know how to get in touch with him.
Who?
We'll find out.
Something for
Charlie.
Angela, the right winger's nephew. I don't know if you know how to get in touch with Angela, the right winger. I don't know if she's on social media anywhere. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, you got to reach out to her for me, Lauren, and tell her.
Yep,
that,
I'll find out. Absolutely.
I'm sure Angel could get,
Yeah.
real
Yep. Yeah, we'll
close.
figure it out. So anyway, I'm gonna bounce off because 3 hours. The kid's gonna
No,
go
why
home
don't
soon.
you stay a couple of minutes and I'll go and you could say the goodbyes and everything.
Yep, that sounds good. You're gonna
Because I want to say this now. The 22 people that are in here, diehards, I love you guys. I would stay on longer, but you guys told me I can't eat on camera. So I got to go eat something. You know what I mean?
That was Lee. Lee was telling you that.
Mom Dukes yesterday made penne with vodka sauce, bruschetta, chicken cutlets, fresh mozzarella, not the shit you're getting in the stuff, like fresh from the Salamaria. Salad,
Nice.
maybe a cucumber salad, prosciutto bread. Okay, prosciutto bread. Come on,
Come
who
on,
doesn't
Joe.
like prosciutto bread?
I made clams and spaghetti.
Get half that stuff.
I made clams and spaghetti.
Oh,
That's nice.
she's the best. She is. Yes.
But I didn't. No, I made it like now, not.
I got to be honest with you. If you're let's say you're gonna hang out with Lauren for 30 straight days, right? So let's say you're gonna be with her for 30, 60, 90, 100 straight days, and every time you go over, you guys are gonna eat something, right? You'll eat linguine with white clams 100 times out of 100 days. So if you want to hang with her,
No, don't listen.
better like linguine with white clams, because there's no variance, not a one.
What do you mean? There's Chinese food. There's diner.
Yeah. She pulls a fast one, like, oh, look what I made. You look in the garden, you see the freaking where she got it from. But it's good. But
It is good. Somebody made it. But anyway, Joe, go ahead, bounce off. I'll say goodbye to everybody.
thank you
Go
guys, Tony, Cane Shades. I want to have something nailed down for Saturday within the next day or so.
Nah, we'll figure something out.
I'm gonna have my internet situation fixed hopefully this week. Cane Shades, the mixer you're talking about, we've already started looking for it.
Yes.
That would be excellent. I would love
I would like
to
to
take.
I would like to take phone calls too. Like you
Yeah,
could
that's
get
what I mean. I would love to take
Yeah.
phone calls. Yeah.
Wait, does
Yeah,
it
I'll
change
call
it?
up with a,
Hold
I'll
on.
disguise my voice and call up.
Joey, I need you. Cane Shades, I need you for 1 second. I have about 5 mixes here that my son left. He was a DJ down here.
Send him by. Send him by. Send him this way. Send him to New York.
They're sitting on the top of my closet. We got to figure out what to do with these things.
Yep. Well, I'll be down there in a couple of weeks. I'll come pick one up.
Sounds good.
Well, wait a second.
But either way, we'll figure it out. What?
Maybe I could be like DJ Scribble or like DJ Paulie D. Like we'll do the show and I'll play a little music. I'll scratch. You know what I mean? Like between. What do you think?
the next CeeLo. CeeLo.
Right?
In the house.
In between,
CeeLo in the house.
rounds,
How about
in between rounds, I'll do a little scratch and we could dance and stuff. I think that would be perfect.
And we can get
Yeah.
Instagram models. Tony Silo will get Instagram models.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joe. How
Yes.
about DJ Nine Toe Joe?
There you go. Yeah.
Tony Silo, when he met me, listen, Tony Silo, when he met me, he had 10 toes. Let's just say that.
That's
Don't
it.
piss me off.
Nine-Toe
Don't piss
Joe.
me off.
Nine-Toe Joe, and I got 9 hoes.
And you
One
got
for
to go.
Joe.
And you got to go. And you
Look,
got to
and
go.
let me tell you, Kane, right?
Thank
I'll
goodness
put
his
on
Wi-Fi's breaking up.
Two Live Crew. I'm a big
He
Two
thinks
Live
he
Crew
has-
fan. Come on. We'll
Here
put
we
on
go.
a little Me So Horny, you know what I mean? Band in the USA. We'll hook it up.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah,
All right, y'all have a
Hold
blessed day.
on
All
one second.
Thank you,
Hold on one
guys.
second. My
What's up,
girlfriend
Tony?
likes Jerry's. Hold on. My girlfriend likes Jerry's voice, and she likes Lauren. So good. Say hello to Lauren and Jerry off camera.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, good.
Hey.
How are you?
What about me?
And say hello to my
Jeez.
brother
Of
Joe.
course, Joe.
Chopped liver? Holy
Hey.
shit.
I'm like her. I didn't do my makeup today. I'm not putting my camera on.
That's me too. I'm
Yeah.
trying
No.
to do housework.
Yeah, it's Sunday. Why put it on to have to take it back off?
Yeah, the new housework is reading chats.
The thing, Del, no, the Four Horsemen are not making a comeback. We got a new crew. It's called
this
the Nine-Toe Crew.
The
Yeah.
Four Horsemen are
The
still on their
Nine-Toe Man.
embargo.
The
They're still taking an
Nine-Toe Man.
embargo.
Yes.
This is the Four Horsemen right here.
There
Jerry.
you go.
Yeah.
No, Gary, come on, get
Gary,
it right.
remember
Gary.
Gary?
Yeah.
Wait, you're confusing me.
It's funny.
It's Jerry.
Don't confuse him.
Wait a minute. It's Jerry.
No,
Right?
it's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Okay,
Like,
all
imagine it's a J. Just imagine it's a J.
right. Okay, Jerry.
Joey, we changed his
Yeah,
name.
yes.
Joey
People
Melrose.
in the chat were correcting us because we were calling him Gary before, and they're like, "No, it's Jerry." I'm like, "No, we know it's Jerry. We were calling him Gary." I like that name, Gary.
Joey Melrose. Now Jerry Gary.
I'm taking it though. I'm all right, Gary. Why not?
Yeah,
Whatever.
but the thing
I've
is
been
this,
called worse.
He was
I've been-
calling you Gary for 2 months. You didn't say anything. You kept
You did.
I'm like, yo, don't answer him when he says Gary, and then be like, "Who the fuck is Gary?" I had to say
Yesterday,
something.
yeah,
'cause it was
yesterday,
building
Joe was
up to
like,
me. I'm
"Who's
like, man,
Gary?"
he's gonna do it again. Huh?
You guys have a
Hold on a
blessed day.
second. Hold on a second.
Oh, take care,
I'll
Kate
talk to you
Shades.
later.
Hey Joey Melrose. Yeah, I read that and I was laughing, trying to tell him, and these guys were just chatting away. But I thought it was so funny because I saw that and I saw that you were laughing about that. So
But he knows he's all Gary.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
But
I've
like
been called
I said,
worse.
It was a legit 2 months. He was calling him Gary, and he kept answering like,
Yeah,
"Hey
yeah.
Gary, what's up, bro?" And he's like, "I'm good." I'm like, "Bro, are you?" Gonna...
Whenever I-
said, "You better say something, Gary."
What's the name?
That's what I mean. I'm like, oh, Gary, that must be me. Okay.
There's nobody else here.
Yeah, there's no other. It's the closest thing. Like, and I don't like correcting people. I had to do that at work as a teacher, so I don't like doing that with friends.
Wait,
I
so
thought he
when
was
Tony Stylo, when you came in before and called him Gary, you were doing that as a joke.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
Joking.
we already knew about
Yeah,
it.
He's joking. Yeah. No,
So
he
you
knows. He
were
knows.
wrong and he was responding to it, and I just kept my mouth shut too. Whatever.
He probably
Even
said it.
earlier, I introduced myself. I said, "It's me, Gary."
Gary.
Yeah,
Gary.
It made it more comfortable because we didn't want Kane Shades for 2 months is calling him Gary, and I'm like, "Oh shit."
That's why
I gotta
the
say
longer-
something. I was waiting for the right moment to say, "Hey, his name is Jerry," because
That's
he
Jerry.
wasn't going to say anything. So that's what we like, Jerry. It has a better.
Whoa!
ring to
Why
it,
is
Jerry.
Cletus and Downneck getting into a fight? All right, guys, standing. One go into one corner, and one goes on the other. Go F yourself, Cletus. Downneck is telling you off. Downneck, I
You
think
know why
Angel.
they're getting
Oh
into a fight
wow!
with each other?
Yeah, no fighting in chat. Let's all get everyone along. Anyway, so
Yeah, and no
on that
fighting with
note,
Angel. No fighting with Angel. She's my angel, and Marla too, and the right winger, Linda Amsterdam, Teresa Murphy.
who's not
Carol,
enough? Here we go.
All the women.
All
Yes,
the women.
all the great women that support Joey and tolerate
I gotta
me and let me
bounce
come
out,
on
but I
this
got
show and
10
stuff like
about
that.
one person. Go ahead.
Right.
Well, I want to say hello to everybody, but hi, damn it, Mandy. I agree with you about the fries in the microwave. I think it's funny. I do the same thing.
Yes, Mandy is top shelf. I love Mandy.
How you
Yankees
doing?
for life. Yankees for life. What are you talking about? You
He's
know you
complaining.
can come on whenever you want.
What do you
Nah,
mean,
man.
Yankees? You let Jerry. What do you mean? Jerry's like the lowest, you know? So you let Jerry on.
You like
Yankees.
Gary on? Gary's allowed
Listen,
on.
man.
Gary's on.
Anytime you ask to come on,
Gary's allowed
we have you on. So just say something, bro. Say, hey, I want to come on.
Just say drop the
We
link.
love you,
Drop the link. 3 words. Drop
That's
the
it.
link and we'll drop it for you, Yankees. You're always welcome on.
Yep.
Anyway, all right, guys, because
It is 5:17, guys.
yeah,
I gotta
gotta
get
go
I
off.
gotta get a haircut for my passport. So yeah, I gotta go too.
It's Monday for Jerry.
You
Isn't that
traveling,
weird?
Yeah.
Gary?
Future, it's Monday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday
It's
morning. Yeah, it's
Monday
like
morning.
8 a.m. Yeah,
So you're
So-
all
still having coffee.
But first, coffee.
Mm-hmm.
all right, guys.
Listen,
Joey, I will talk to
Yankees,
you.
Come
Lauren,
on
thank
tomorrow.
Gary.
All right,
get
Tony.
Take it easy, Tony.
out there.
Tony, we'll see you later. Tony's girlfriend, have a good
Thank you.
afternoon. Enjoy.
See you, Tony's
Yep.
girlfriend.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Have a good one. All right. Bump me out. Yankees.
Go ding ding. Say ding ding and we'll say goodbye.
Yankees. Yankees. Gary will get thrown right off.
I told Jerry to say
Okay? If
ding
he
ding.
says I don't want Yankees on, we get rid of Gary.
That's true. All right,
Gary
guys. So
throws
everybody,
no weight around here.
everybody who sent a
Unbelievable.
super chat, thank you so much. Everybody in chat, thank you for hanging out with us for over 3 hours. We appreciate each and every one of you. Keep an eye on the channel to find out what they're going to do Saturday night, which fight. It will be posted midweek. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of
wanna
your
say
night.
one other thing. I want to say
What
one
is it?
other thing. Listen, guys, this channel that we have is like PBS, you know, the public broadcasting system. This channel is a reflection of the people in the chat. So we would love for anyone that wants to come on. All you got to say is drop it and we'll have you on. We're not one of these channels that, like, you know, we ask of one thing for you to come on and you could come on. So Down Neck, Joey Melrose, Yankees, not going to say BK, he knows already. Mandy, any of you guys. And
Yeah,
don't
we love
Cletus.
Cletus is coming on.
F with Down Neck. Don't. And thank you to everybody that sent money. Sean, Carol, who else gave us money?
Cletus,
Thank
I think Cletus did too. But
Cletus,
anyway, thank you,
Lola.
everybody. We appreciate it. It really helps the channel because, as you can see, there's plans for bigger things. But all right,
Yeah.
guys. So enjoy the rest of your day. I believe Emma reposted something that he's going live around 7, 8 o'clock ish. So keep an eye on his channel. And
Check
that's
it out.
it. Ding ding.
Ding ding. Love you guys. Peace.